Is that like the Spanish Inquisition, except with budget cuts?
What's really funny is that is a thing. The Mexican Inquisition was a thing that did happen in Mexico.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
Nobody expects the Mexican Inquisition.
Yes, by the way, hi everybody, we're back. It's the Wings of Freedom. We're back, we're back, we're back.
It's been a while.
Yes, between holidays and everybody suddenly getting the goddamn flu.
I'm still sick.
Yes, as you can see, we're all healthy specimens. Hi, Brent, how are you?
Pretending to vomit on stream. What the fuck is wrong with us?
I don't know.
I'm not. I did a bad cough.
Yeah, like 2 people did.
I mean, to be fair, you answered.
I sort of. I did my dying fucking gag.
Please, I was about to say, please tell me you actually didn't rush on the floor.
So, Daddy Master.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Y'all can go fuck yourself.
Y'all gonna die tonight.
That's what your name is, Daddy Master.
Yes, because of a joke. Because of a goddamn joke.
It's so great.
Oh, Daddy.
All right.
Son.
Boomy is suddenly struck by lightning and is no longer a character. I need you to re-roll a character with, in fact, very low fucking stats.
I can do that.
You get a -2 to everything you roll.
Yes!
I get a -2 to everything.
Yeah, I can totally play as Boberson of Baboria.
Boberson of Baboria.
Oh dear God.
Oh my god.
You get a
Everyone there is
-1
Bob.
to everything now, just because of that. It's no longer a -2, it's -1.
Yeah. That's even better. Yeah, if you can't tell, audience, we're kind of all pent up. We haven't done this in a few weeks.
Well, I tried to do it last week. I was ready to go. The week before I was sick, then everybody else got sick last week. I was going to...
Yeah, we cut it from you.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We cut it from you.
Which is funny, because I didn't even talk to you guys. It was really, really weird.
You transmitted it psychically through the aether.
No,
Yeah, well, it was just something that went through the America. I'm fine.
No, you just fucking left the disease on this Discord channel, and that's where we got sick from.
You make me sound like a horrible person.
You make him sound like a fucking plague rat.
I mean, isn't he?
What?
I mean, I can play Plague Rat.
That's Cask.
That's...
What?
What?
He's a kobold with, like, it's basically a lizard rat.
You know, actually, he's not wrong. He's not wrong on that. They generally do carry diseases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel sorry for that prostitute that he had sex with, because he's probably got something.
No.
Wait, does that mean Vicky was like the carrier?
You got the bubonic plague with Vicky. I had sex with Vicky and all I got was bubonic plague.
You have no children.
With how
You got the
clean
bubonic
she
plague.
is, I highly doubt that.
Yeah, like, Vicky scrubs everything when it comes to soap and water.
Especially her non-existent vagina.
So, I mean, she has, quote unquote.
I'm going to talk to Cask about something another one of these days about that, because I have an idea that could royally fuck with you all.
And I know that idea as
the
a
fact
fucking...
that kobolds can change gender at will, basically.
They don't change it by will. The D&D book does not say they change it by will. It's dependent by the pack. So
Again,
if there's too many females, some of them will turn into males, so they can continue to create.
Like
so they can
Komodo
continue.
dragons.
And
Yes.
clownfish.
Or frogs.
And clownfish.
Fogs? Fogs?
Frogs.
Oh my god.
I still have fun
It's
with
his
my throat.
accent.
It's his accent. Fogs. Alright, is everybody ready to start?
Mhm.
Americans can't.
I'm ready to
have
rock
the
and
I'm
roll.
loading in.
Alright. Oh, you're still loading in? It says you're in.
Well, I mean, I'm in, but you know, it's still kind of loading all the little details.
You know, roll 20's been really slow as of late.
Yeah, you might have to refresh, but
Okay, it's done. The map of Whitestone is no longer blurry. It's done.
beautiful. Alright, so we ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, it has been a bit since we streamed, so let's do a quick recap, shall we? Our party has been on many missions recently, from the pits of hell to an undead crypt, and everything else in between. Seriously, we've done a lot of things. Meeting friends and enemies along the way, the party has recently found themselves in the city of Whitestone looking for some help regarding a certain growing problem in Westrun. A paladin of Tiamat has decided to declare war on all of tal'dorei. As Thymor and his group continue to strengthen their grip within that city, war draws ever closer to the realm. However, will who's be able to stop them, or stay out of this fight? Will they defeat this evil, or go down in a blaze of glory? I think I just said the exact same damn thing. I'm recapping greatly. Will I ever start this session? Who knows? But I do know one thing about this group. They start by overlooking a docked airship. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we start today's session.
Also, Angst Pony heard about a secret weapon.
Yes.
And then Vicky clapped her thighs out of excitement.
All right. So as we left off last time, you guys were wrong music. You guys
About to
were
fight.
Yeah.
Run.
In a fight, yep. As you guys were standing there by the Whitestone Castle with the ship docking close to the entrance, crews are getting off and stuff. There's a bustle of activity. You were greeted with Carter Cloudspeaker, this tall, elegant man of a blue color with white veins that seem to go down, but it doesn't look like it's tattoos or anything. Completely bald, no hair on his body, an Aladdin-looking gentleman just standing there. And Boomy, as you looked at those portholes, and he told you, "Ah, yes, those are cannons."
I'm interested.
I'm not surprised, as judging by the weapon on your back, it's kind of that way, isn't it?
Great,
Yeah.
more death.
Well, not so much if
Ketron
we can help it.
immediately starts planning on how he can catch those bullets.
Kitchen, no. I know what you're thinking. Don't do it.
What?
You're thinking to stand in front of the cannon as I shoot with it.
What? No, what the fuck? What are you going about? You're crazy.
Though technically, we do understand that you're kind of like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You say that, but you literally ask Boomy to shoot you with the gun.
Yeah, that's a small pellet. I think I'm going to catch something that shoots that big.
I don't know.
I did catch that yet part, by the way, as all of a sudden, this man is right beside you guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello.
Houdini!
No, I just walked over here. You guys were busy talking.
Oh.
Okay. When are you planning to leave? And
Well-
give us some help.
Considering that I was just talking to Sir Percival over there, excuse me, Lord Percival, I'm sorry, I know you don't like to be called Sir. Yes, thank you very much. Alright. Yes, whatever. You see, we were planning to have a dinner tonight, first of all, because, you know, when I'm in town, it's usually a festival, plus, gotta let the griffins stretch their wings, so to say.
Griffins?
You got griffins?
And as
What the fuck's a griffin?
And as you guys say that, you hear some squawking coming from the ship.
I want one.
Squawking.
Mm-hmm. Basically,
Oh,
but
Type of
more
bird.
deep and throaty.
there's some type of big bird.
Slash
But I know
cat.
what a griffin is.
I know what
Roll-
Griffin is.
Roll me Arcana.
Would it be
Actually,
nature, but not magic?
because I'm in Marquette and they do trade of rare shit, would I have heard? I definitely wouldn't have seen these, but would I have heard of it?
Vicky will assume that
10.
it's the rock.
I don't think I would.
Zorn, wouldn't that either be nature or because griffins aren't magical creatures?
They are.
They are?
Yeah, griffins are magical creatures.
Now you're gonna make me look it up. Hold on. I'm pretty sure they're monstrosities, but I could be wrong. Gonna make me look
You know
up.
what?
Yeah.
If they were beasts, I would technically be able to turn into them.
Yes, but anyway, as you guys are sitting there kind of talking, you know, he's kind of smiling and looking around. You do see a bunch of people like bringing barrels and stuff off. You hear, and yes, wait, that's a hippogriff.
Those are magical.
Yes, those are monstrosities. And yes, a griffin is a monstrosity.
Okay, so Arcana.
Yeah,
Arcana.
Arcana.
Would I
No.
have heard of these at least? I wouldn't have seen them, but I might have heard of like the description or like
Give me
the name at least.
Give me a
Arcana and history are the same thing, so it doesn't matter either way.
yeah. Give me a history check then for trying to hear about them.
Yeah, like if I've heard about them, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see.
Is it gonna roll?
Roll 20. Not being nice to us tonight.
No.
As somebody is just slamming their keyboard.
19.
Oh man.
19. All right. So, Maddie and Boomy, you guys haven't really heard of griffins like this before, but Keatrin, having been in Marquette, you haven't really...
I haven't seen them.
No, you haven't seen them. Your family mostly traded in jewels, and that's
Yeah.
such more of the esoteric and valuable items going from city to city, whereas... You got curious one day and walked down the animal side of the market where you saw a animal that was like half lion, half eagle, but you couldn't figure out exactly what it was, and the man that was speaking Orcish, and you couldn't really understand it. But as you hear the cawing of these animals, it kind of triggers that memory.
Oh.
So you have a general idea what it is. You don't know exactly what, but you have a general idea.
Although... Well, he's actually gonna go have a look, if he can.
You start walking to the ship, and you hear Carter go, please, not yet. We're
No?
No. We're taking a bunch of items off the ship right now, and I'm sorry, you'll just get in the way. As
okay.
you do see a bunch of crew, like, rolling barrels down, bringing boxes and such. It looks like they're actually going to set up a little bit of trading here while they're in town.
Was that squawking the griffin just speak of?
Yes, either that or my parrot.
You have a parrot?
Yeah, Dimitri.
He like looks around to see where the fucking parrot is.
Nowhere. You don't see no parrot.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, Fen, you
So
want to
just... He's just like, okay, I'm just gonna backtrack and wait.
I'm sorry to mention this, Zorn, but while sitting here, I've suddenly been struck with the need to use the loo.
Go ahead.
I'll be right back in like a minute.
You don't have to ask me that one.
Well, as well, I know if I don't miss anything important, there's something important about to happen.
Just type it in chat so you don't have to like
All right.
stop
all
the
right.
flow of the game.
Either way. As,
I'll be right back.
That's all right. As you guys are kind of sitting there, you see Lord Percival start making his way over, and now you actually see his wife standing there with him this time. As I described before with her, she's an elven woman with long, flowing black hair, and you see a couple of feathers that are strewn within her hair that are black. As well, as they walk over to you. One actually does appear to be a larger feather, but it's gray and black. And they walk over, and he's like, I was just curious if you folks would like to attend the dinner tonight in the castle.
Oh.
We have much to discuss, but I understand if you don't want to bother yourself with the logistics of what we are planning.
I mean, it'd probably be helpful just to know, but do we need to wear anything fancy?
No, don't worry about that.
Do I
Okay,
have to
good.
be human?
It's up to you.
I'm just wondering because I don't want to freak out if anybody else is around other than just us.
Well, there'll be some other people here. We're expecting another person here tonight. In fact, I think he looks at you, Kitchen. You might be very interested in this person.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then I'll be human for the dinner because I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable.
That is up to
Oh,
you.
we're going to dinner?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be picking up dinner with the lords and lordess.
Well,
It's-
now Boomy feels naked because I actually left my fancy clothes back in the cart.
And you would have heard, Boomy, that you don't need to dress up for this. This is kind of more of a dinner to plan the logistics of what is going to happen.
A
At the
get to
very
know
least-
sort of situation.
At the very least, Boomy will take off her armor, so she's wearing her normal travel clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it will be in about an hour if you folks would like to go get prepared if you need to. If not, we
think-
will see you here.
We washed up before we came here, so...
All right,
Yes.
we can entertain you then for an hour if you would like.
I think that would be
Yeah.
fine.
Frederickson, will you take them to the waiting room? Yes, sir. And you see that butler start, who has been following out. You see that he actually follows Percival around a little bit, as they're walking through the grounds along with his wife.
So does he follow him, like, eternally, like the butler from Tomb Raider?
No, Boomy, give me a perception look, actually, as you're looking at this.
God, don't remind me of that butler.
Perception. And the only way to escape from him is lock him in the freezer.
As Cass clicks away.
23!
Just hear Vicky clacking her claws on the ground, just being
Yeah,
impatient.
23? Okay, it's not rolling for me yet, but I'm sure I'll believe you. Okay.
Okay.
Because roll 20 is being really stupid right now. All right. As you look, you can see that the butler is. Wow,
Okay,
Sour.
for the love of God!
That's not me! That's
No,
not
I'm talking about
me!
the cask! For the love of God, cask!
I
that's
mean, that wasn't
something.
me neither.
No, that
Who's
was
clacking?
that came from Sour.
No, that
No, that
wasn't
came from
me!
me.
Oh,
was my typing.
Jesus. Okay. Oh, we were in great form tonight. Oh my God.
I've learned to mute when I type. Leave me alone.
That was
Oh my
like
God.
the loudest it's ever been.
No,
Yeah.
just everybody just clacking their claws right now.
Yeah, and he first of all looks at you guys like, "What the fuck are you doing? You don't have claws." Anywho, back to the story. Sorry. We're in rare form. As you look at the butler, you realize he's looking very intently at Percival, and as you look at Percival, you realize this man is old for a human. He's approaching his 80s and 90s, and you get the feeling the butler is there to maybe watch over him at a distance to make sure he doesn't overstretch
Die.
himself. Well, hurt himself more so.
Okay.
Okay. That's what you get out of that, Boomy. But Frederickson does come over to you folks and just goes, "If you would follow me, please."
Of course, Mr. Fredrickson. Is there someplace I could change out of my armor? Maybe.
I can provide you with a room. Yes, there are
Thank you.
many toiletry rooms that we can take. And you guys walk
Yeah.
into the courtyard. Oh, sorry.
I just need to take it off and I'm wearing the normal clothes underneath.
Understood. All right. And as you guys are walking in, the courtyard is obviously very beautiful. Again, one of the big things you notice is there's no snow covering like where the walkways are, and yet right next to it appears to be like a light covering of snow right now. As you guys continue to walk in, the statues there are still standing. And as you walk in, you're greeted by the grandiose design of the entranceway. The white alabaster stone of Whitestone Castle is just greeting you, along with many different candles and such. As he takes you to a very well dressed room. It appears to be an off-site, or not off-site, an off to the side study of with a little bit of books. You actually see like a couple of like lounge chairs, big poofy couches, some books in the back, candles by the side, a big roaring fire in the fireplace. And it's a decent sized room. He's like, "If you'll wait here, I will go get I will go get dinner started, being prepared, and if you would follow me, please, was it Boomy? Yes, I believe?
That's good enough.
Okay, if you will follow me. And he takes you kind of like a little ways away to like a small, like, washroom area that you could,
Who brought a cat with them?
Ma'am, are you meowing?
No.
No. It's obviously the. I don't know. My cat. I
The master is
left my
allergic.
door open. My cat came in. I'm sorry.
The master is allergic to cats.
Oh my fucking god.
What is this session right now?
This is
Laughter
what
is the
happens
best
when we take
medicine.
so many breaks.
Laughter is the best medicine. We'll all be
Anywho.
right. Good
Ye-
and
Yeah. You're able to change and everything, and unless anybody wants to do anything, we can skip a little bit. Unless, of course, you want to talk a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's fine.
I know Ketrin is gonna
Tuck
go
behind my back.
have a shower.
We just showered.
Yeah, you just showered,
did
and
we?
you're kind of in a waiting room.
I forgot what day it is.
Same day as last day. Last day.
Yeah, that's very helpful. We had like a couple of things on certain days. I
Yeah,
forget which one.
this
it
is the
was.
day after you guys have cleared out the crypt. Basically, this is the day after. You guys came into town
Yeah.
early in the morning. You spent a little bit of time shopping. You went around to the to visit some things. You took a little bit of break time, and now you're at basically at the end of the day. You're kind of here now at the castle, getting ready for dinner. Is basically what's going on.
Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'll stretch and make sure that my dragon's doing all right.
Mm-hmm. She and Kuznath are kind of in their human form. Aurora has actually changed her English has actually changed her dress color to a more white silvery color than a more traditional silver.
How's Kuznath?
Very pretty.
Kind of, I don't want to say in tattered clothes, but like not the greatest of clothes.
Note to self. Buy her clothes.
Buy the dragon's clothes.
Yes, but all right. Katrin, you said you wanted to do something.
I'm just
You
gonna
remember that.
just say, like go up to Aurora and be like, "You look very pretty."
Thank you. You did buy me these clothes.
But no, but like you picked them out. You have good taste.
It comes with being a dragon.
Yes, true. Most of the time, they usually try to keep themselves in a fashionable sense, I guess.
So Kuznath, I'd probably come back by now. I hope.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long. And Kuznath is actually rummaging through the books, looking at different things. And she turns around.
Couldn't
Yeah, Boomy?
you couldn't polymorph better clothes?
Why would I do that?
We're gonna eat dinner with the at least something that doesn't look like you just pulled out a dumpster.
What's a dumpster?
Trash can trash.
I mean, these are fine. I mean, nothing should come of it. He said we didn't have to dance fancy, so I'm going to be like this. I'm going to be comfortable.
And there's
comfortable
also
right
that
now, but
fact
I
as
still look
well,
nice.
Boomy, that when I'm in human form, all I wear is a slightly muddied up, long white dress. Actually, black. Sorry.
Am I the only one who cares about the appearance? Besides Vicky.
Do you think I know things about people fashion?
Oh my
You-
god, I swear to god.
I've lived in the woods underneath a dwarven city for like 11 years. Maybe longer. I don't
Well,
remember.
at the very least, Vicky knows how to actually make herself look presentable sometimes.
I can make you look Gucci, Maddie. You just gotta ask, okay? Like, we could go and like find you a really nice dress and whatnot.
I mean, I won't wear it often. I don't know where I'd put it. I don't exactly have pockets.
Okay,
You
you
can
know,
put it-
you know where you should put it? On your body. That's where it should go.
How would I be a horse if I'm wearing a dress?
I mean, what? Do you strip yourself naked every time you switch? Does
Good
she?
point. Where does my clothing go when I...
Just that pause is perfect.
Everybody stays in quiet.
As it's a magical effect, it kind of just appears. Technically, you could make those clothes not appear, but you can't really change it past the simple dress being.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that like equipment and all that is like melded into the body.
Yeah, that's her
according to-
equipment and stuff. This is something a little extra. I didn't want a character walking around naked, all right?
Yeah, like
It's
I
a-
don't.
If it's a dress, I mean it's clothing. Everyone
I'd be
does
okay.
that with their clothes.
I'm pretty sure it just like hits hidden. It's just in a blue space in a hammer. It's just in hammer space until she forms back.
Hammer
Yeah.
coat.
Don't question it.
Don't question it. It's fucking like
It's all right. It's all right.
roleplay logic, whatever.
Right.
assume
it-
Anyways, so
Nice.
yeah, you can wear a pretty dress. You just keep it on your body. You can look like a beautiful horse, and then look like a beautiful lady.
She's just standing there. She fucking. Now I just imagine a fucking me in horse form just wearing a fucking human dress.
That's still pretty cute.
Okay. I don't know how walking would be very well unless it's a short one.
I mean, if it's an open dress, it'll be fine. Like,
How open are we talking?
I mean, how big are your hunches? They aren't as big.
Not big as
I-
yours.
Excuse me? Vicky just like tilts her hip to the side and pulls a hand on her hip.
Movie looks away and grabs a random book and pretends to read it.
But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to go fitting. If a fucking person doesn't mind, like trying to fit a horse and a human.
I mean, I've done a little bit of tailoring. I can like mess with a little bit and see if it helps. I mean, I helped with Boomy here before.
Hey, you're not supposed to tell people that.
Whatever.
You
I-
promised.
Did I?
Yeah, I said don't tell people. No.
Okay, if the first time I did promise, but it's been 3 times already that I helped you. The other 2 times you didn't say that I wasn't allowed to say.
Yeah, whatever. Fine.
Yeah, that's what I
Vicky helped me
thought.
look nice before. I went to her for helping with makeup and stuff.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. You already look pretty good as it is, Boomy.
Really?
Yeah, but not good enough. That's why I had to help you.
Well, Movie's just like, out.
And about this time, you guys hear a knock on the door and says, "Are you ready for dinner?"
Oh
I-
yes. Get
Oh,
your
I gotta
window
go for
people.
some steak.
Maddie turns human and she just quickly adjusts her long plain black gown that's got a little bit of mud around the edges.
Because that gives you 2 thumbs up, like, hey.
Yeah, thumbs up back.
Mud buddies.
Yeah.
Mud buddies.
And as you guys walk out, you go a little bit down a hallway, turn a little bit left, turn a right, go back straight, and he takes you to a large dining room where it is very grandiose in its appearance. It's got about a 50-foot high ceiling, wooden beams cross above you. You can see that there's different pictures of what you think is family members and such along the walls. A fire roaring right next to the dining table, and there's a dining table of about what could sit about 20 some odd people or so.
What a cat.
Maddie anxiety.
Yeah. And you see sitting right now is Lord Percival. He appears to be at the head of the table. Right next to him on his side is his wife, Lady Vexalia, as you would know. And then you see Carter Cloudspeaker, CC for short, sitting off right in front of him. And they're just chatting. You can see that he's kind of like, Cloudspeaker's kind of like sitting back, chilled out. He's kind of like balancing a dagger in one hand as he's like flipping it. And he's like, my friends and new allies that I should be talking to. You're here, I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello,
Booby
hello.
will take a seat.
Yes.
I'm here for
Uh,
dinner. Vicky just sits down.
Booby will take a seat towards the head of the table, towards the Percival, that maybe like 1 seat down from his wife.
Okay.
So there's 1 empty seat between me and the wife.
Yep. You all
Maddie will take a seat as well. She doesn't
Okay.
care where she sits.
You guys kind of sitting in a group kind of area, like just a little bit away. Is that okay with you guys, or?
Yeah.
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 Okay, I didn't know if anybody had anything
I mean,
specific.
even the cat agreed.
Even the cats agreed. I'm sorry, ma'am. You're going to have to get rid of that cat.
No.
Yeah,
That
and
was
the,
such a-
the
It was
dragons
such a
do.
perfect timing.
I know the dragons sit by their respective friends, and as you guys are,
No, it was Kuzneth who was meowing.
Oh my god.
It's
I'd be
Kuzneth.
okay. I'd be okay.
I
if
have a
I'm
new affinity
daughter.
for it.
yeah,
She'd be my Neko daughter.
no. And as you guys are sitting down, a couple of servants come out and start pouring glasses of red liquid in front of you. You would know this
Is
to be
it
wine. You would know this to be wine. Yes.
I will.
The vampires kill them.
I will take, smell it, give it a little bouquet, and then finally take a taste.
Mm-hmm.
How quality is it?
You see that no one has drank this while you're doing this, but it tastes very refreshing, very, very good. Like, it's got a nice dryness to it, and it definitely, you can taste something sweet at the end of it, but as you taste it, you see that no one else has touched their glasses at the head of the table.
Put mine down, embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's been a while since I've been on any sort of fancy dinners.
I know. And as you look, you just see Carter just give a big shit-eating grin, like, yeah. But as everyone gets their as everyone gets their wine poured, you suddenly see Lord Percival stand up and grab his glass and give it a little clink. I would first like to welcome you all to this dinner. I know it's a little impromptu, but I felt it was necessary for what some of you are about to embark on and what we are asking of you. And I know this doesn't have as much pomp and circumstance as we would normally treat some guests of higher esteem. I feel it's very important that I at least give a little bit of a speech. Adventuring is not an easy life. That being said, it can have some very wondrous moments. From seeing ancient, long-dead creatures, untold, breathtaking landscapes, and some of the most interesting people in the world you can meet. But while the world has this many wonderful qualities about it, and even some of the planes beyond carry these wonderful gifts, where there's light, there is dark. Giant monsters attacking cities randomly, long drawn-out wars due to petty violence or anger, grief, sadness, loss, and so on. These acts and actions often feel that they outweigh the good ones at times. And they can crush you. But you should always remember that you don't have to look on these horrors alone. Your family and your friends are there for you. And while family is not necessarily what you are born to, you can always choose to make a new one. Your family members can be the light in the darkest of times. And when you can't shoulder the burden alone, they are there to help you. So I ask you, friends and compatriots, in these trying times, look to them. Look to them as they are some of the brightest lights in this darkest world. With them, you can accomplish great deeds, or at the very least share a laugh or two. Now, this old man is getting tired and a bit hungry. Shall we eat?
Here.
And
Well
you
said.
see that he sits down and takes a sip of his wine along with his wife, and Carter chugs the whole thing and swings another.
Ketchner will take
Boomy
Sniff.
starts drinking hers finally.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie will take a sniff.
Yeah. Very,
Yeah, Vicky.
very fruity.
Vicky just takes a sip too.
Mm-hmm.
Family.
Yeah, the dragons each start partaking as well as you guys are greeted with a wonderful braised pheasant each. You see that it has some spring leaves, and you see this glistening, almost yellow liquid on it. And as you kind of poke it with your forks and taste it a little bit, you realize it's honey. On the side of it appears to be some buttery mashed potatoes, and you look to see a dark gravy bowl put beside you, and as you kind of like sniff it, you can smell that it almost smells like pork. Various breads and cheeses are laid out before you in the middle, along with many greens, vegetables, and varying varieties of fruit. From oranges
Stop
to
it, you make me
bananas.
hungry.
I know, shut up. From oranges to bananas to even one that's Kietran you haven't seen in a while. You see a pineapple.
He
Pineapple.
immediately is like mouthful, and I'm like, I need.
And that's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Boomy doesn't recognize half those fruits.
Yeah.
Maddie doesn't either.
Vicky just stares at the cheese and then she immediately remembers, I am terribly lactose intolerant.
Win!
What was that? What
Okay.
those little words mean exactly?
That was in her head. That was in her head.
Yes.
Yeah, Boomy just like eating her food as not savagely as she can possibly muster right now, even though it's so delicious.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's kind of eating at their own pace, and you see Lord Percival chatting with Carter, and as you guys kind of doing that, you actually see Lady of Exalia look towards you, Kietran, and she just goes, So you've met my brother, apparently, yes?
Oh, yeah. Well, 3 times, technically.
How?
Technically. He pulls out his book.
May I see it?
Sure. I'll get up and walk on over.
Yeah. Actually, as you go to get up, you realize a servant's right there and just, like, hands out, like, I will take it to her.
Sure.
He kind of nods and goes and reads the book. She looks at it and just goes, Interesting. There's nothing written here. But
No?
it does say R on the back.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this
Honestly?
has something to do with the Raven Queen.
That is the name that I've been told he serves. And I'm learning from. He'll like create like the little dark minor illusion in his hand. He's taught me how to do little things like this.
He did pick up some tricks, I see. Well, tell that bitch if you see her that she still owes me some favors.
Her?
Yes. She took
Oh.
him a long time ago, and she's still paying
Okay.
it back.
Oh, Raven. Okay. Yep. Sure.
So,
He,
I have to
like,
ask-
takes the note back and starts like writing that down.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, Boomy.
does anyone else have anything to say before I go? Because mine might go a minute. I need to talk to Percival directly.
Well, Maddie was going to ask if she could like because she doesn't know if Boomy was gonna talk to Percival privately, but she tries to like lean towards Percival and say, "I have something I need to tell you later if you have the time."
We will have plenty of time, and what is it about, if you don't mind me asking?
I've seen things on the enemy side.
Oh, that's good to
Well-
know. We can corroborate that with what we are planning after this, so don't worry, you'll have time.
Yeah, I learned a spell that's scrying, and I tried to look, and I saw things.
I know someone who used to do that very well.
So maybe we could talk sometime after dinner, maybe.
We will
Why
get to
not
that, I
now?
promise. Because
just
the
didn't-
map is not here.
Oh.
Yes.
So are we not talking about the business during dinner then?
No, this is a time for celebration and
Ah.
for camaraderie. War
Okay, then
talks
I'll
will
keep-
happen after.
You have a lovely home here, Mr. DeRollo. Lord DeRollo, sorry.
It's
It's been a
alright.
while since I sat at a Lord's table.
Mm.
Mm.
I think-
Yes,
I've never
It
actually
is-
sat at a Lord's table before.
it is quite a nice home, but at the same time, it can get very lonely.
Yeah.
I'm not as young as I used to be.
Vicky's just gorging herself on any meat she can find.
A lot of pheasant.
I'm guessing Kuzna probably all just shoved the whole pheasant in her mouth and ate it whole.
Shove
that's
them
right.
in your gob.
I mean, the dragons
Yeah.
are eating with like forks and knives. They're not, exactly like, oh, let's revert right now and go, ham. They're actually,
However,
they're
has just like
they're actually,
two pineapples on his plate.
yeah.
And he's just picking them apart and just eating them.
Mhm.
Vicky will steal Ketra's meat if he doesn't eat it.
Yeah, take it. He's eating pineapples. He hasn't had those in like forever.
I will
Eat all the
stab it.
fruit.
All right. Carter is just like worries. You guys are I don't know how you guys are doing it per se, but Carter is like just wine after wine after wine after wine. He seems to be enjoying himself like crazy right now.
Booby's at least probably finished by maybe 2.5 glasses at this point.
By the end of it, Ketrin would have like had 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, by the end of it, Booby probably had like maybe 3 and 4, maybe 4 if she felt like she could push a 4th one without going over.
All right. And as you guys are getting towards the end of the dinner, you hear Frederickson announce, Lord Percival, he has returned. Ah, yes, send him in, please. And as you guys are finishing up your dinner, you guys are kind of sitting back. Vicky, you are like, oh god, that was so good, and just like sitting back, just like, just all with
Does
the
it dress rep again?
It's just
Yeah, does it dress rep again?
No.
How much? Hold on. How much did you eat?
She gorged herself on all the meat she could find.
Hold
I
on.
mean,
Her words exactly.
Bert, hold on, please.
I mean, she's right next to like people of high class, so she's gonna like have some level of fucking restraint, but at the same time, she's gonna make sure she's full out of it.
Okay. There's gonna be no roll then. You know your limit, so you're gonna stop. Okay.
Yeah, I
not
mean,
a
she
problem.
already experienced her limit.
Okay. All right. Not a problem.
Fat
And-
gobble.
Yeah. And as you guys are kind of sitting back after eating and the servants are clearing away, you guys kind of get like a nice little
What was for dessert, by the way?
I was just about to say that. Hold on. You
Oh,
get kind of like a cream-based pie in front of you. It doesn't appear to be anything very special, but when you taste into it, kind of tastes a little sour but a little creamy with cheese.
Booby just like takes a taste for it, slowly smiles, and her ears perk up.
Yeah.
If it smells like cheese, Vika's gonna avoid it.
You got ye old cheesecake. New
Ye
York
olde
style.
cheesecake.
I mean, I'll take Vicky's cheesecake if she's not gonna eat it.
No, because they're gonna eat it.
All right. As the
Ma-
door,
I gotta put some weight on my thighs.
yes,
Maddie
and-
protects her cheesecake.
nice. And as you guys are looking towards the doors, as a large woolly Keatron walks into the dining room, you
Well, hello,
see
me.
standing before you is a very tall and broad Loxodon, but not the Loxodon you're used to. This thing is furry as all get out. Like, it's going down and covering what appears to be some ornate leather armor on his broad frame with like tufts of fur actually sticking out from like wherever crack it can. You see a massive wooden bow slung across his back, and you see different kinds of feathers and what do you call it, and like animal bits all over it, but they don't appear to be like just haphazardly placed. They kind of have like a wild craft to them, but they seem to be very beautiful in that. Soft yellow eyes stare at you behind massive white tusk. Kietrin, these are some of the biggest tusks you have ever tusks that you have ever seen in your life. They stretch a good 2 feet out from his face. And as you see that, you suddenly see the door kind of sway open a little bit as a giant white bear walks in behind him.
Question.
Yes.
As I've been around Loxodons for practically all my life until I moved away, I would know like the lifespan and how big they can get ish.
Yep.
How old would I judge him at? Due to the
Judging-
length of his tusks, if he hadn't shaved them ever.
Judging by him with those lengths, I mean, you haven't seen a furry one like this, obviously.
Yeah, obviously not, but
Judging by it, you know what? Go ahead, give me an intelligence roll.
no.
With advantage, you're a Loxodon.
Okay.
He is of your speed.
Mm-hmm.
Still no.
13.
13.
Okay, you would guess he's around 300 to 400 range. He's definitely got a bearing around him that says he's still in the prime of his youth, but he does seem to be aging. As with your eyes, you actually look closer into the fur, and you can actually see a little bit of gray starting to pop up at the roots in some places. But as you're
He's
looking
400?
yeah,
You do realize that most Loxodons
I said 3
Like-
to 400.
3 to 4, yeah. His father, Ketrin's father is 360? No, 390. That's definitely not the prime. Ketrin's 180.
Okay.
But okay.
How old can a Loxodon live?
Apparently, I've got the wrong numbers. I thought they could live to be 800, but you know, I could be wrong.
No. If that was the case, Ketrin would be much older.
I
Yeah.
thought it was 800. My bad. Okay, let me
They
rephrase
have
that.
a lifespan of 400, 450.
Let me rephrase that. 200 to 250. There we go.
Okay. So he's slightly older than Ketrin.
I could have swore it was 800 because I was looking in the book and I saw 800. I might be wrong.
I thought it was 800 too, but I found out that the hard way.
Okay, either way. Make a long story boring. This is what you see before you. You can see that he's definitely in his later prime years. He's starting to go a little bit gray, but you know, he comes in and Lord Percival goes, Ungarf, I see you're back.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, it was some nasty business with, how you say, some bandits to the south.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Quite, but what have you... I see King is looking well, and the bear kind of like trots up next to him and is looking at you all like, what the fuck you doing here?
That's a big bear.
Yes,
White one. Wait, they come white?
they can from
Mhm.
the snowy north.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Mm,
It's not always white. It would help.
yes, and you... we'll talk later. But I'm here to give my report from my spies in the south.
Very good, very good. We just finished dinner, so perfect timing. If you all please follow me to my study, we have a warm-up arranged that I believe you all will be very interested to know what's going on. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Let's
if
head
you-
up.
If you will follow me.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay.
You can see that this furry Loxodon is giving you looks, Kietrin, like, why?
Yeah, I'm kind of giving him looks. Like, why is he so covered?
Yeah, and he's looking at you like, why are you hairless?
Yeah.
By the way, this bear, Maddie, and everybody else is a large creature that is walking beside him. It's a bigger boy, and it's just
It's a
like
bear named Bear.
pure white with a black nose, and it's just like trudging through. But nobody seems to mind it.
I feel like
As-
Ketrin is probably the least phased by it, because considering he knows that there are like rare pets people like to have. He's just surprised that there's no leash on it, if anything.
Yes, and
I am secretly upset. I can't turn into it.
Yet.
Polymorph.
Yes, but for wild shape, it's only like a little bit out of range.
Damn.
Oh well.
Anywho, as you guys are led to the war room, this is actually his study that I've described before with many, many books, a roaring fire in the back, the 2 chairs, but they've all been cleared out. And in the center is a massive table with the map of tal'dorei.
Oh wow, this is big.
Yes. When you've lived as much Okay, that's Zorn fucking up.
If you lived as long as I have.
If you've gone through as much as I have, you get prepared for a lot of things. And sorry folks. Allow me to introduce Ungarf Snowstrider and his lovely companion King. He's the-
Ungarf?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Un-
Ungar.
Yeah, I will type it out for you in the chat.
Cool. Let me go type this down.
And his bear's name is King. You're getting the feeling.
Oh, I actually spelled it right.
Yep. And he goes, this is our, he is the Pale Lord of Wardship. He kind of takes care of all the guard business around here in Whitestone, and every now and then sends spies and other recruits out to the other cities to learn what is going on and generally keep the peace a little bit.
So he's almost like a guard on the field sort of thing.
Kinda, yes. He takes care of some of the lower managing things, but
I see.
he does enjoy a good hunt every now and then.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I am. My name is hello Unga. I am. You can call me Boomy, I guess.
Nice to meet you. And you're Kiatrin, you're Maddie, you're...
You see, he's actually just rattling off all your names in quick succession.
I've heard much about you before. You see, word spreads of adventurers who blow up things in this town.
Everyone just looks at Boom.
Everybody just glares like movie.
Boomy just looks away and rubs the back of her head like, yeah.
I will say it's kind of hard when you have an explosive expert on your team.
I wouldn't call myself an
explosive
expert.
personality.
Everyone knows it's Boomy.
Since introduction out of the way, perhaps we should get down to the actual brass tacks business of it all.
Yes, please.
If you'll follow me, and he kind of like walks over his big striding steps. While Kiatrin's very light on his feet, this man seems to be light too, but not as light as Kiatrin. He's definitely got a much heavier step, and he stands about 7'8", so he's actually a little shorter than Kiatrin, but his girth is just so much bigger. And he comes over, he's like, he points to Westrun.
All right. So what we've learned in the past couple of days is over here in Western, the city's basically gone. All the town buildings are destroyed or razed, with all the wood being constructed into some kind of palisade in the center. However, the outer walls remain as siege engines are being constructed upon them. Ballistas, trebuchets, and catapults alike. Trebuchets appear to be behind the fortifications to lob rocks and other debris over, while the ballista and catapults remain on the walls in order to fire down on people.
Maddie raises her hand.
I
Yes.
raised my hand too.
I also saw something else.
All right.
I could not exactly see what it was, but I saw Thymor himself, and he had something large, something that was not a construct, but it was some beast. I could not see as it was behind me, but it was big, and it sounded angry, and it sounded hungry, and it sounded larger than most of the probable constructs that they're putting on the walls.
kind of goes with the report as well. They say there in the palisade is a monstrous creature that they brought through the gate, which is still in the center of town and active. We'll get to you in a second, Boomy. Just 1 second, please. As demons have patrolling the skies while these armaments are being built, we can see that they have air superiority for right now, but Carter is here to potentially provide a little bit of air support as well with his contingents of Griffin Riders as well as his cannons, which will make for a good fight. However, one thing we don't know is what this Thymore is planning. We didn't know who was behind this till now. This is some news we have just
maybe
found.
I can help answer that. I somewhat know what he's planning. I
Okay.
think we all, in our whole group, somewhat know what he's planning.
Sort of.
You see the 3 people sit back, or 4 people sit back and look at you.
Well, I'm sure Percival doesn't need to be told about the Chroma Conclave.
You see the eyes of Lady Vexalia and Lord Percival kind of flash a little bit as they nod.
Well, I can't. What was the name of his group? I've completely forgotten. 5-1
The
group.
Chroma Conquerors.
They call themselves now the Chroma Conclaves, and they see themselves as sort of a successor to the Chroma Conclave. Apparently, they've gotten a few ancient chromatic dragons on this side. There was a red dragon they were hoping to get, but we managed to slay up in Craghammer.
Lord Percival stops you and goes, "Is that the one I assigned you to kill?"
Yes.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Seems that was fortuitous. The dwarves were willing to let that thing batter their home and take a couple of trade routes every now and then, but he could not crack Craghammer. But I saw it as an opportunity to find some interesting choice of adventurers to see if they could take it on.
We had a sort of a friend in Rest One who told us he was once part of Thymore's group, but he has since left him and joined the side of good, I guess. That he at very least has a green dragon, and I believe there was one other. I can't remember the color though. Does anyone else remember?
No. Unless you want me to roll a history, unless I haven't seen it, then
No, he was talking about the Black Dragon.
A green and a black dragon, was it? I remember he talked about the green dragon.
I don't remember the green, but I remember him talking about the Black Dragon to me, so...
Well, I do strictly remember there was 2 other ancient dragons that they at least got.
Yeah, no,
Other
he
side.
mentioned the black one to me. I remember that. I don't remember the green, but...
I might be
there's 2
misremembering the
different
colours.
colors.
Yeah,
So,
two-
there you go.
Sounds a little bad, but they haven't contacted those allies. But I have to ask you folks, what was this friend of yours' name?
Actually, I don't remember, if I'm gonna be honest.
I'm checking my.
Yeah, off the top of my head.
Urk.
Yeah, that's right, it was Orc.
irk.
He didn't happen to be a lizard folk, did he?
Yes.
Look with a drake.
Yes.
Lizard folk with a big, with a little thing following him, and he literally wore nothing but pants and a giant sword.
You'll be happy to know that he is alive. However, he is stuck in Western right now. Him
Oh,
and a
thank God.
couple other folks, a Rooster Kenku, a Tabaxi, and a what appears to be shit, what's the fucking name? I'm trying to think of it. Shit.
Minotaur, a hobgoblin.
No,
maybe
no.
Gerbil?
It's shit.
An
The
Aarakocra?
No. And
I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember what species
and
it
a
was.
grizzled gnoll apparently are leading a resistance force. They are hitting they're hitting inside the town. They're using the sewers to run around, and while the demons are vast in number, they do seem to be holding their own. But for how long, I cannot say, as demons are pouring out of this gate. For everyone they kill, it seems 2 more take their place. If not, that one comes back.
How did you get this information so quick? It's at least a month to get from here to Westerun.
You ever heard of a sending spell?
Have I?
Go ahead, roll me a history. Roll me a history.
I
check.
swear someone's used one on me before, but I just can't remember.
Yeah,
Yep.
Bavim. Yes, I've
You
heard of
needed a
one.
5. Yeah, Bavin's used sending before in front of you guys, as well as Thymor
okay.
apparently talked to you in your head as well.
Yeah, I remember now. You can just talk to someone who is far away. That's it.
Mm-hmm. I have spies along... Well, I wouldn't say spies. They're more local residents to check the peace. After, as you said, the Chroma Conclave and everything else, we here in Whitestone have decided to keep an eye on many things that happen, to raise alarms if need be.
All right.
I do have something else to ask, but I will out of character say I'll wait for anyone else who wants to talk first.
I'm more curious, if you don't mind me speaking up. What is our plan of attack? What do we plan on doing to get in and deal with this?
Well, that's what we're here to discuss, as we do have Carter's ship. He is willing to either go in guns blazing on the day of the attack that the armies around Western are planning. It's mostly some of Kaimol. Craghammer sent a couple of platoons. Even Amon is rolling in. But they're many days out. But Kaimol and Craghammer are working their hardest first to crack this, as well as the remaining forces in Westerun that did not get caught up in the first attack. However, I've suddenly slipped into a Scottish accent, my bad. You see, after the attack, many of the parties there have suffered severe casualties. So this is one of the last pushes they will be able to do till Imon arrives. With Carter's help, we think we can crack our way in to either deal them a devastating blow to the gate, or to cut off the head. And this is where you come in, depending on what you would like to do. If you are willing, of course.
Before we discuss that, I did have one more question.
Yes.
To Lord Percival. Can you truly not spare any soldiers?
Roll a persuasion check.
Even a simple squad with the guns that you have. So persuasion? Oh, not good.
3. He looks at you and just goes, with the information we have gathered of how this attack happened, and as you have recently found out, there is a either agent of his or old partner once more in the midst of Whitestone. I cannot spare any troops as of right now because I need to protect my people. However, we will be outfitting Carter's ship with some extra guns for his people to use.
The problem might be more bigger. As far as I know, their armies are only growing bigger every day. If we don't remove the root of this problem, I'm pretty sure they'll be attacking the neighboring towns.
Oh, actually.
And that is why I'm keeping my troops here for now. And this is not just my decision alone. I may have a lot of sway over here, but there is the Chamber of Whitestone that needs to be consulted.
I have just had a thought. You said that you have people who have sending spells, yes?
That's right, I do.
would anyone be able to help me possibly contact the King of Marquette? Because honestly, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want anything to do with this, but considering the person who kidnapped and killed his son, and there might be some chance that he may want to get revenge in some form.
You see a look of like questioning on Ungarf's face, but as you talk about the king, you see Vexalia and Lord Percival kind of arch their eyebrows and just go, "You know Jaman Saord personally?"
I met him
once.
in person, yes. He kind of like pauses for a moment, like, I may have punched him once.
Met him once. Seems kind of like an asshole.
No, he wasn't an asshole. He technically, he put us in charge of keeping his son safe at one point because he had stuff to do. And, well, this group of people,
They're better than us at that point.
yeah, they took him and one of our friends, and we haven't found the body at all. But
You're saying that Thymor is responsible for his son's death?
that's what I believe, so yes.
My brother has done a lot of horrible things.
You see everybody look to you when you mention that.
Like, I'm pretty sure I mentioned to Percival at least once that he was my brother.
If you did, I don't remember. But at least 3 people in the room look to you like, what?
I'm not going to elaborate
Okay, that's fine.
unless they directly ask me to.
No, you kind of just see them look at you and go, and a lot of people seem to be raising an eyebrow, but
A lot of people want him dead, me chief among them. But maybe he's right that Jamant and Ord might be willing to at least send some kind of aid.
If it's possible, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he just wants to be out of it completely, considering he
That's-
lost his son.
that is a very long way away. However, I know the king can help at times. However, it's usually big problems. But if his son was taken by this Thymor, as you say, he might be willing to help. As for getting in contact with him, that will be a little trickier to do. I need to get a hold of a friend of ours. Do you know if Pike is still in Amon? I do not know, but we can check with a scrying spell. She knows Jaman Saord. She might be able to get in touch. Alright, we'll see what we can do with that, but don't count on it. If he is in grief right now,
It's a long shot, but
Hmm.
any bit of help might be good.
How
we will
about,
try.
how about we move on to some less solemn talk and talk about how we're gonna assault these bastards.
Right, okay, so what is going on here is Carter can either set you down on the front lines, you charge in with them, or meet the resistance group outside in the woods. They apparently have an access by one of these small estuaries that feeds in from the mountains.
Hmm?
Or you can ride with Carter in the air and figure your way down from there, depending on what you would like to do, if this is your course of action. Obviously, you have provided us with much information, and we are asking for your help. And you do seem to have a little bit of a quarrel with this man.
Yes. I think you go first.
Not to be asking for something already, or mentioning it again, but if we were to take the skies, we don't really have a way down safely unless he's going to land. And
Well,
I don't know
Doesn't have
about.
the land.
I don't know about you guys, but our dragons can't really do anything with that in the state they're in. We'd need to contact that druid friend of yours if we want to even think
But, like,
about taking to the skies.
You just mentioned dragons. Like, pretty sure, like, not everyone here knows about them.
I thought they were. Had they not?
nope.
No? Well, then ignore that bit and be like, yeah, no,
Nope.
friend.
You said that.
Alright, I thought it was already been brought to attention.
I think Lord Percival knows because we talked to him about it already, but I'm not sure everyone in the room knows.
Yup. And you kind of see
Okay,
them.
well,
You kind of see the dragons look at you, and Lord Percival just goes, "It's all right. They are friendly." As people suddenly start reaching for weapons and such,
touch them, I kill all of you.
you hear King growl in the back, and Lord Percival just goes, "It all right, enough.
They're metallic.
They are metallic. I may be old, but I can see when a dragon is trying to hide themselves, and these are very young dragons right now.
Yes.
However, they apparently pose no harm, and since you know Devosa, obviously you have more riding with dragons than I know."
If
Yes.
I may make my suggestion, the airship and its weaponry will potentially could turn the tide, but it would do so even easier and probably more chance of success if it's a surprise. Which means the moment the airship gets into the battle zone, it needs to engage. Which means it don't either you have to drop us off before it gets into sight of an enemy, or drop us off after we get into the battle zone.
Or, and Carter kind of steps forward, "I could have some of my Griffin riders take you down into the city while they are doing their aerial patrols."
That could work. If you attack, the moment we get close enough to attack, and you send the Griffins down and land us, just don't bombard where we're gonna be.
I will try. I will say this, in fights, things do get chaotic, okay? Especially with cannons. While they are great at aiming sometimes they're not. They're not the most reliable in aiming a little bit.
From the sending spell, do you know what side of the city the armies are planning to assault at?
Not yet. They kind of have the whole place surrounded in a ring as of right now, reducing any demons from escaping. Obviously, we can't quarantine the skies as of yet, but if you...
Well, if you do figure out before the assault, just drop us off opposite end, I guess, so you're bombarding the end where the armies are going to assault, while you're dropping us somewhere where the guard might be less thick since they're not being attacked.
That will... Again, we will try our best, but we'll have to see what happens during the attack. We can plan as much as we want. As for us attacking, and this is obviously Carter speaking, my plan was to definitely distract them in the skies. While it may not look like it, I can create some nasty side effects, and especially with, I'm sure they have druids there, we can make some hell of a time for demons to fly. But don't worry about my ship. She likes lightning.
Well, what about if you're going to do above? Is there any way we can go below?
Well,
Well,
there is the resistance that will meet you in the mountains if you want.
Could we perhaps come up under the city? We could
well,
find
they
a
said
way
they can take us
That way.
into the sewers under the city, and we'll be under there though. Then
Yeah, but
Yes, but we don't know while they know the layout, they don't know if you will meet resistance down there either.
Yeah.
Then the choice comes down: do we want to just get dropped off above ground in a deal for assault, or try to sneak in below ground?
Or charge through the front gate. There's always that option.
The front gate, it sounds like it's gonna be suicide. I don't want to be part of that.
Look, have you ever known a barbarian named Grog?
Oh, look, it's an old adage, but fight smarter, not harder.
Good, at least you're not him. Literally, he would charge the front door, but this man could take a hit.
Yeah.
Alright.
As much as I'd say that walls mean nothing to me, they mean nothing to me and me alone. So, we need to find a way either over or under. Or if we're going to go through, we need a way to cover fire that.
Well, we have a choice. We have over with the Griffins or under with the Griffins dropping off at the Resistance.
Yes.
Maddie, you've been quiet.
Because I feel like I have really no space to butt in right now.
We need. I think we would like your opinion. What would you feel safer with?
You too.
Well,
Do
that's
you have any
safer, but-
choice or ideas?
Honestly, I think we
Besides
need
the
more.
circus?
I honestly think we need more reconnaissance. There's just something we have enough information of what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I think if we gather more information, situation, it'd be easier for us to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah, but the
Let's-
longer we wait, the more powerful the enemy becomes.
Yeah, but it
True.
won't make any. It won't make that much of a difference if you just go right now. You don't know where we're dealing, and then just
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, there's
can
that thing where it's like if
Like-
we go to, or if we go in when they're young, when they're still planning and stuff, then yes, there could be that, that edge. But as of this moment, throwing ourselves in there without getting the full information about the situation we're throwing ourselves in is technically a suicide mission.
How many days will it take to reach there by airship?
That's a good question.
From here at full speed, I would say, roughly 10 to 12, depending on the weather.
Then we have 10 to
Okay.
12 days for more reconnaissance to come in, so we can change our plan on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
That's if we get any. But
Yeah.
We
We
have
have-
someone with sending spell, so if they go down,
Is he coming with us? That's the good question, though.
I
So
mean,
we
we
might
don't.
need him to come with us so he can give us updates as we're flying down there.
I mean, didn't you say you could like scry, Maddie?
I can scry.
So we could essentially continue to do that through the 12 days we were in the air. See if we can get more information that way.
I mean, I did it with Thymore. I could always do it again with him.
you could. All right.
Get it
well,
from
that's
his perspective.
Maybe.
Well, if you know Urk is still alive, you could try scrying on Urk and seeing what their situation is too.
Yeah.
It would be an attempt. But I think our focus would primarily be on Thymore or maybe Ish Urk if I can't get anything more from him.
If they had enough power, they must have enough a big an army to actually take over a town. Are we capable of doing something similar? I mean, not that we want to be bad guys, but like if they have that much power, we need to be able to do something similar.
Well, they're doing
According,
something more powerful, considering their town is practically an army at this point.
they have a gate apparently to the 9 hells.
They what now?
I think. When you said a giant gate, I assume the demons are coming out. I assume devils are coming out. I assume it's to the 9 hells.
Do we know that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think
he
anyone
did. He
mentioned
did
that.
explain there was a giant, he did explain there was a giant gate where demons were popping in and out of.
Oh, okay.
Technically.
Devils, excuse me.
Oh,
So
I don't think you brought it up in this conversation. You and Maddie might
it
have talked about
was.
It was.
Pay attention.
Oh, okay.
So I think
I missed
first goal is to see if we can destroy that gate. Heck, maybe see if the airship can destroy that gate.
How do you destroy something that links realms?
A lot. Well, clearly you're not using enough explosives to destroy it the first time.
Last time we used explosive, you nearly got me killed.
That's you.
If we're using more explosive, it won't just be me.
Well, goal 1, shut the gate. Goal 2, kill Thymor.
Very
I mean,
one-track
I
mind
honestly don't
wilderness.
think it's a bad idea to blow up the gate if we can blow it.
No, and honestly, that is one of the main objectives, is to close the gate, and that is why you come in. You would be responsible for shutting that gate off somehow. We could fire on it from the air, but there's no guarantee that it will destroy the magic regarding that.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how to deal with that sort of magic.
I'm getting flashbacks to playing Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Oh my god, yes! Yes!
Look, I'm getting sorry. We have to find a way. The only way to do so is to either blow it up from the ground or find a way to do it from the floor.
But we need...
Or buy enough
like-
time to get magic users in there that can work together to undo the magic.
Oh, actually, he'll look over to, like, possible.
I
There-
do know the spell, but I'm not sure if I can handle something like that.
There is, that, thing below ground, the whole thing, like, the no magic. It's up to my
That
key.
cannot be
That's-
moved.
Oh. Well,
That is on a ley line of this world, and that is a point that leads to another dimension. And it is a very painful way to go, and I would not
Question.
recommend using it, and we can't anyway.
I
is
just
there
got.
a way to...
Go on. I'm still thinking.
I was gonna say, is there a way to create a dead zone like that underneath that city? So if we can just make it so therefore no magic works, then it just completely destroys their advantage. Their whole thing is on magic and demons. If we close that gate with that and just stop them from being able to use magic, we can bombard them from above.
Are
Yes.
demons magic?
Well, demons aren't magic. Well, they might be, but I doubt it will.
They have
kill them.
magic.
Yeah, but it will stop them from being able to use it, right?
Maybe.
As someone who traveled with many magic users before and knows a fair bit from reading, there are certain spells that can remove magic from this lands. One general one is a dispelling spell of sort.
Mhm.
However, something that size is probably very high, and you need an incredible amount of luck or high enough magical prowess to cancel that kind of magic.
Do you know anyone who could? You're the best person who would
I
probably
do.
have that tie.
But I don't know where
Yeah.
he is.
Damn it.
A question about the gate.
It just seems like about being more problems than actually solving if you try to create something like that.
Is the gate a physical thing, or is this like a rend in the fabric of reality?
From what we can tell from my spies and from the resistance, it is a stone arch that appears to have a portal in it. The the devils continue to work on it day and night. It seems that they are engraving it into more of a permanent obstacle. If that were to happen, I don't know if we could shut it off between these worlds. It is going to take some time for them to do this. However, they do seem to be working on it. And that being said, there is, from what we can tell, a blue dragon-like creature of sort that seems to be casting or putting magic into this gate during certain times of the day to, I don't know, keep it open or keep it fed. It's hard to tell because whenever someone gets close, he literally vaporizes them in an instant.
I remember from what time in Westeron and hearing about it, that under the city there's a lot of like catacombs and like undercity sort of thing.
Mostly the sewers, yes, and the clasps do have hideouts down there.
There's a place where the entire city went down to hide when it was attacked by dragons.
Yes, and that is where the resistance is holding up and the clasp has moved into
Would it
once
be-
more.
Would it be possible to utilize those sewers to sort of, I guess, undermine the portal and collapse it down? If the bombardment from above doesn't work?
I've
So
not
if
seen
you-
the sewers, so I can't say like ask or check or anything. But
So like, if you rip out the floor beneath something, it will fall down.
Yes, but then
Yeah.
does that mean the portal will just fall down, or will the thing be destroyed? This is the thing. We're gathering information, but as of right now, we just don't know.
well, if you don't mind me interjecting again, like there's also the risk of it if it's feeding it. What happens if it's getting stronger?
There's
The
also
longer we
that
wait.
fact that what if we destroy it and it explodes and creates a massive crater in its place?
Well, I don't know if there's hostages or anything in there, but we definitely take out a good amount of them.
Yeah, but it would destroy the city entirely and there'd be
The
nothing
city's-
to rebuild.
There's
Isn't the
already
only thing
nothing
left in
there,
the city the
accordingly.
walls?
I mean,
Yeah,
the walls are
apparently.
there, but the houses aren't, and it's more or less like as long as the city itself still stands, you can just rebuild the buildings, but if everything's just a crater,
I mean, I think the city has at least for worries if there's constant demons pouring out from that city
Devils.
or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure they're just not sitting there just to have like a picnic. I'm pretty sure they have plannings to like overtake other places as well.
From what we can
Obviously.
tell, as I said before, they're establishing a stronghold within Westerun, as it's the center town of most of tal'dorei here. It is the perfect spot to set out and conquer the distant lands if they succeed.
Ungarf, you're the one with all the spies, yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell us about this gateway? Has it grown in size? Has it, during its existence, like, is there
I-
anything
no.
we should know about it?
I
No?
don't. The information that I have given you is the information I have gathered. If we had more,
Okay.
if we have time, and you want to take that time, I can definitely check to see what they know within the resistance. But right now, I was getting the facts as quick as possible.
Yeah, I don't think we have a lot of time, but if you can find out if it's grown, maybe because they're feeding it, they're trying to get a bigger demon out, or the devil out of there. Something that's much larger than anything we can deal with.
Well, as your friend said, they do have something large there right now.
What was Thymor's end goal? He wanted something to do with worships Tiamat. And Tiamat is in the Nine Hells. Could he
Well,
Trying
there's
to-
that whole gate that people keep talking about that we'd seen.
could he be trying to
bring her here?
Yes. Actually, we keep calling it Tiamat, but technically we should only be calling it
The
Act-
scale tyrant.
Actually, it's
Thailand.
actually,
Shush.
technically, it's got both names in here. Found out, so you're fine.
Oh, okay.
We keep. Yeah, okay. Well, could they be trying to bring Tiamat here?
It would be scary, but if he's trying this damn hardest, he might be possibly trying.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then we don't have time to sort of sit around, because if the longer that is, the more likely that's going to happen. And then we have to
That-
fight her.
Could that gate even bypass the thing that keeps the gods from coming here?
Probably not, but considering they're feeding it, maybe.
I will
First of all-
say, I will say this. Percival looks at you. While a god by themselves may not be able to get through the divine gate, it doesn't mean there aren't magics that could weaken it to bring them through with help.
That settles it. I think we need to attack as soon as possible and just try to hope we get more intel on the way there.
I want to say, we wait till we can at least get confirmation from Jamon. At least if that's the case, then you said that he had some sort of surprise. Well, bringing our own surprise would probably be ideal. if we don't have him, then that's fine. We can try and deal with this by ourselves. But it'd be nice just to have confirmation if he can or cannot join.
Look, Ungoff, what's it?
Yes.
You can, since you've met us, you can like send us messages now, right?
Not me personally. My
Oh.
people usually have items that allow them to send that, or they are of a magical ineptitude that they can do that I receive the messages. However, I do know some people that could definitely help you with procuring said items if need be.
It better be
How much-
fast because we have like no time at this point. I'm pretty sure.
we have I don't know how long it's going to take them to do that, but I feel like if they haven't done it now, we've got at least a couple of days. And it's going to take us about 10 days to get there, so we'll definitely know if we're too late if we left now. So if that's the case, we may as well just take a day or two. Prepare, get ready. If we're going into a big war, guns blazing, then might as well make sure that we're as prepared as we can be. That's my just opinion, though. I don't know much about war. The only war I've ever fought was against the Clasp, and they had 8,000 bounty on my head apparently.
I mean, there was that one dragon.
It's not a war though. That's just a cult that we kind of fought.
Oh my god! Did you remember like all of the meetings they had there?
Yeah, and I remember going in, you running off, and then we come back and they're all dead.
Look,
Yeah. So if a damn dragon like that can kill that big of an army, I'm pretty sure killing the dragon itself counts as killing an army.
It's one person rather than 700 people shooting at you.
look,
We nearly died to skeletons prior, remember?
Oh, that was
Okay.
another one that we fought.
Lots of bone boys.
And we had another person on our side at that point.
Yeah, but they left.
Yeah, so we don't have that.
I'm
Well-
pretty sure they'll be back.
Hopefully.
Need some
I guess.
time.
Bavine is there right now,
Yeah,
fighting.
Bavine is definitely going to help us out. I know that's for a fact.
Oh yeah,
Well,
we
I-
definitely need him.
Yeah,
But if only way we'd get Bavine if we land at the front gate and join the assault there, 'cause that's where he'll be.
yeah,
I would like you guys to roll a history check about Bavine real quick.
All of us?
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all can.
Here it goes.
Because no one is accurate in that. Insane.
Oh damn. Oh
Natural
damn.
20.
You say no one's accurate.
No, it's just gonna
Nat
fucking
20.
nat 20.
Boomy, do
With
you
my
want to do
history.
one or no?
I'm looking for history right now. I'm coughing, sorry, I got something in my throat.
It's alright, it's alright.
And I'm just over here dying. This is
Alright.
why I'm mute most of the time.
Yeah, Maddie and Boomy, you're like, yeah, he's already there. Kiatrin and Vicky, you realize, no, he's watching our fucking wagons.
Yeah, no, he's actually. He's.
At your guys'
Was-
request.
Yeah, we'll need to pick him up on the way if that's the case. Remember when we got back from the Nine Hells?
Oh,
we
yeah.
kind of. He's watching your
Alright.
wagon because you didn't want to leave it behind and take
He's
an extra...
watching both of their wagons and their animals.
Yeah.
They're not animals, okay? It's cookies and cream.
They
What-
are animals.
Well, is he like
Aw.
5 hours out of West Run right now? At least?
No, it's nearly like 12, at least.
No, because we left in the caravan get late tonight, so we didn't do a full 8-hour trip.
Well, whatever. If we want to pick him up, we can. I think. He looks over towards Captain, because I forget what his name is.
Carter.
Carter. I was looking for it.
Mhm.
I think he's
You
still
can't.
move
Like,
car-
are you able to pick up? Well, I know your ship can carry a lot of things. You said you had griffins, and that's impressive.
Look.
Okay,
Okay, listen,
Let's-
here, Trent. We might need
What?
to skip it because that ship can be seen from miles. If we stop to pick up stuff there, the enemy's gonna see the ship.
I mean,
Well, then how do you want to take this?
may I interject, please, for a second? Carter comes in.
Yes.
If you need to pick up this person, I mean, I could send a griffin down and pick him up.
Can a griffin
Ah.
carry a centaur?
Honestly,
A
Might need two
Clydesdale
griffins.
centaur?
Might need 2 griffins.
okay.
Will he
Well-
scream? That's the better question.
I don't know. Never met this Bavine.
Okay.
He's a big boy.
And Boomy, Vicky, I need you to know, are you okay with him leaving your carts and animals down there?
I wanted to ask Percival about something, but I might be able to, I don't know, bring him back to safety. I'm not sure if I want him in the middle of nowhere. Especially so close to like a area that's gonna be dangerous.
Honestly, in the middle of nowhere is probably the safest spot for them right now.
Up to you,
I don't
Cass, if
know.
you want to
There
ask.
was that-
This is
there
the time
was-
to ask.
There was that one time when we just found this random werebear, I think it was. It was a really weird creature.
Where boy?
That thing. Anyways, Percival, is Percival here? Yeah, they're
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he never left.
all
You
all
fucking
the
had a
all the
mind
people are
fuck.
here.
Yeah,
that are-
everybody's there. So,
Yep.
yeah, I just like Vicky just like leans forward. It's like, is there by any chance that you have like a circle of teleportation in one of the guilds in town?
We have one here in the castle, yes.
Would you be willing to allow us to borrow that? That would probably a method we can bring our animals here, and probably a really easy way to teleport back if anything happens.
How big are these animals?
They're horses.
Two
Mine's
horses and an ox.
The horses could fit through the door. I don't think the ox could.
Mine's like what's called an aurochs.
It would
actually.
definitely not fit.
Well,
I can give you the... If you are willing to do this, I can definitely let you see the circle to know the way back here if need be, if you are unsuccessful and need to get out quick.
I mean, a nice way to get out would be rather nice. A way to get out would be rather nice. Words, please. Jesus Christ.
I think we should just get ready for tomorrow at this point. 'Cause we've discussed all we really can at this point.
Do we want to leave tomorrow, or do we want to leave tomorrow afternoon once we got the info?
I will speak up right now,
Or day
please, if
after.
you don't mind.
Go for
I
it.
need at least till sundown tomorrow to get my ship back in ready order. I have to get all my crew back. I have to get all the stuff we are trading for right now back in order and everything unloaded and stuff, and all my men armed for now.
So how
Oh,
about
well.
we say we plan to leave at least by dawn day after tomorrow.
I
I'm
can
down
work
with
with
that.
that.
Yeah.
That gives us time to get more supplies and get everything loaded on the ship.
Okay, time to get 97 rations.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Plus, and now we know better to not mess with jewels of infinite power.
Yes, Vicky.
The more you know.
All right, but it still doesn't solve the question. Have you decided if you wanted to, or do you need more time to figure out if you're going with the resistance or the airdrop?
I think we'll decide on the way there. We have plenty of days to do that.
We'll let you know in about
It's
a day after we've departed. That way we'll know if there's getting back up or not. We'll know if there's going to be any way to get properly under, and we'll know if we have other supplies that may help us with either or.
all right. You're not
that
making this
okay?
easy to let them know, but I will do the best we can right now.
Yeah, well, it's war. It's unfair on everyone.
Hectic.
Yes, very.
I've never been in a war before.
Neither have
No.
I.
I mean, Does
I
the
don't
rebellion
think-
count?
I don't think any of us have.
Wait, does a rebellion count as a full-fledged war? I mean, it only lasted like maybe a day or two. Wait,
Yeah, that's a war then.
Mm,
Technically.
Yeah, technically, I guess technically I've been in a war then. Didn't
either
last
way,
that long.
But it's not something to brag about.
Either way, obviously.
I'm not bragging. I'm just mentioning it.
No, either
Look,
way,
I'm stressed out.
I think we're all stressed at this point. This is not an easy nut to crack, but it's a nut that needs to be cracked.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well,
Too bad we can't just float down from the sky.
Aurora gives Keetrd a sideways glance.
I mean, if only we could just silently let us fly so high up that they can't see the ship through the clouds and just gently float us down on top of them so they wouldn't even see us coming.
I mean, we could do that, but it depends on if, as he said earlier, these devils do fly.
I wonder if we'll make it.
Actually-
I wonder if we'll make it worse or if we'll make it better to fight them while they're flying. I'm not entirely
Vicky.
sure. Yes.
do you still have that contraption that I yeeted you into the air with?
I have
Yeah,
it.
the
It's
dragon broke it.
It's in my cart because I haven't tried to fix it yet.
Oh, I was gonna say, maybe you could show Percival and maybe he could make something. You're a smart man, right? Or you could get someone to make something. I don't know.
If I can make it,
Could you?
I could try to put something together.
It'd
I
allow
would-
us
I'm gonna,
to safely sort of glide down from any height at that point.
But yeah, I don't have that anymore. It's broken and I left and it's not back in the cart. I was gonna ask my bean, but I think I forgot to tell him about it. Or it was
I
like too
remember-
intricate for him to fix it. I just
Yeah,
didn't
too
get around
intricate.
it.
I remember how it kind of worked. Kind of seen it work at least once. I'm not sure if I could actually recreate it fully, but I could maybe do something. I don't know. But I don't think we have the time or the resources for me to try making something like that.
Resources, I'm pretty sure you're fine with. You're in a town that has all sorts of
Time
things.
then. Time.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Maybe not. I don't know, it's stressful. For now, do we want to say that our base plan is to go in from underneath, and if anything changes with the information, we'll change it then, but for now it will be underneath?
That sounds good. They send us with the griffins before they get in review with the town. We land in the woods, go underneath, and then when they start assaulting town from above, we try assaulting from below.
Yeah, so that way you have something to tell your group, the resistance, and tell them it's not a solid plan, but it's a plan in the works. So it's
It's
possible
open-
this could happen.
It's open to change, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right, I will get on the horn, as they say, and figure this out. If you're with your permission, Percival, I will go see this. Yes, of course. And you see him start walking out. The big white bear starts walking up behind him, as you can see that this man, while stoic and definitely postured right now, you can definitely see this is definitely weighing heavily on him. Like, if he fucks this up, there's a lot riding on this.
Ketrin, he's gonna take note which way he goes. See if he can catch up with him later.
No, Vicky's gonna try and not magnet. I want to say orbit around Percival.
Okay, with his wife standing next to him, no problem.
No, I mean she's pretty much doesn't want to lose track of him because she still needs to get to the.
Oh yeah, they're still in the room. The Ungarf just left.
Yes, but I'm
Yeah.
not trying to get it. She's gonna.
Yeah,
make
you
sure
guys
to
are still in
keep-
the room.
Alright.
Alright. Well, until tomorrow morning, do we have anything else that we need to talk about?
No.
No.
I don't
We
think
got
so.
this.
I would like to say one thing to all of you, if you don't
Yeah?
mind. I know these are trying times, and the tasks before you seem monumental, impossible even. That was also said to my group a long time ago. That we couldn't kill a god that had risen from a human being that had turned into a lich. And Mrs. Boomy, was it? If you could
Yes.
stop playing with the judgment, please, there. Thank you. As from a person who has seen the impossible done, if you do this and you are successful, and even if you aren't, people will know of it. But I have a feeling you can do this.
Sir,
Yes.
putting the stakes up like that. I have a request in that case.
It's the night
In
of
case we
requests.
don't make this, I would like to know, or at least have confirmation at some point. I've recently received information that my hometown might no longer exist. You ever heard of the Traveling Jewel down at Marquette?
I haven't spent much time in Marquette personally, so I cannot say that I have.
No. I'd just like to know that it exists. I'm not exactly Anchor Elf, sorry, my bad. It's just outside. They usually travel throughout the desert, and they're a traveling group of my kind, Waxodon. And when I left, I had a scuffle, and with the clasp that was down there, I ended up killing people who betrayed them, and I got banished from my hometown for being violent. Because we're more of a pacifist group. However, I've recently received word that because of that, they may have been removed permanently. I just want to know if they're okay.
I will see
Yes.
what I can do when we try to contact Jamansa Ord.
Thank you.
I can't promise anything, but I will try.
As long as there's a try. No need to do, just try. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Alright. Vicky, you're orbiting him like very closely. Do you have something to say?
I believe she's waiting for me to take her to the circle, so that she may learn it.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, well, I'm gonna head off and I'm going to get some sleep. Aurora, do you want to do anything?
How did you know we were dragons? It's in the eyes.
Yeah, that's
Noted.
fair.
You kind of see her go like she's a little huffy at that, but it's like noted. All right, so
Well, yeah.
are you all heading off, or or you guys else have questions?
Nope, heading off. I'm heading off.
I'm good. I can go to bed.
Okay, so
I have one more question. Not question, but for the DM.
okay.
As he's leaving, he's just gonna throw a look, well, not a look, but a glance towards Vexalia.
Yep.
What is she doing? Because I know she asked, and she seemed to be rather annoyed with the person. Does she seem pleased that he's around, or does she seem like what's going on there? Can I get like an insight on that? To see if I can
With who?
read it? The Lordess Vex.
Yeah. Okay. I got who it's on. What I'm asking is, who are you looking at potentially? Like you, Percival. What are you asking?
I'm asking, how does she seem to be after the whole conversation with like her talking about her brother? Like, does she
Ooh,
seem
that's
to be like continuously glancing at me? Is she seem to be like one and done sort of thing? Like, is there something that's going on there, or is she just like, I've said my piece?
Go ahead. Give me an insight.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Insight, please give me an insight. That is a 15.
Okay. 1 minute. she appears to be very mute about this subject. She could definitely. You see that she doesn't look perturbed at you at all. She like every once in a while glance to you while everyone's talking, kind of deal.
Yeah.
And such. But I mean, she doesn't. There's no ill will towards you or anything. It's look whatever happened well. But she definitely looks to be quiet and thinking about the situation with everybody. But she doesn't seem to be interrupting to kind of, let you guys figure out what's going on. You know what I mean?
Okay, so there's something going on in her mind. She's thinking about something, but I don't know what it is.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
I'll just stay in my
And
place
I believe
go to
this
bed.
would be a good time to take a break if you guys would like.
I'm down because I need
Yeah,
to
that's fine.
go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So be right back.
Okay.
I need to take
Also,
my dog out.
everybody, for the love of crying out loud, what is with everybody moving their mics to their keyboards today?
I've actually turned my mic down, so therefore it wouldn't do it, but you know how my mic is.
My
Yeah, well-
Discord every time my Discord updates, it fucks on my microphone. I hate it.
Yeah.
I noticed that because
it
I'm
did
hearing.
update.
I've got everybody. I've heard Sour, I've heard Cask, I've heard Fen, and I've heard Burnt today. It's like, holy
Yeah.
crap. Like, I'm watching it and I see who's typing, and it's like, what the heck?
Yeah,
I'm mostly just bitch at
my mic's
Discord.
always been the same distance away from my keyboard. It's always been. My keyboard's on one side of my desk and my microphone's on the other.
I don't know. Either that or you all got loud keyboards.
I do have a mechanical keyboard. I need to set it up so therefore my microphone is above the desk instead of on it. Or I need to set up like a little thing underneath so my keyboard is like at least muffled by the desk underneath because you can't really hear. Oh no, you can. My thing's lighting up. Never mind. Apparently, I'm
Bring
trying
back.
to click under the desk.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But yeah,
Right back.
let's take a quick break. I have to use the bathroom. Is anybody staying here though? For now.
Yes, I'm staying.
Okay. Keep the chat entertained if you don't mind. Mallow and
okay.
E seem to be in there.
Well, of course they are. Of course E's there.
Well, yeah, they like the show.
Yeah. I don't know how to entertain. I suck at entertaining as I am alone. I guess I'll have to open up the fucking chat. Hold on, let me see here. Da-da-da. As I'm like I can see the chat now. Go. I am doing other things while waiting. Like, you know what? Being that I'm alone, I might as well play something to entertain myself. But I am alone, having to entertain people. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Oh, I'm back here.
Hello.
Hello. And yes, E, he is now a sewer gator. No, that was my plan for him for a bit. Is he was gonna be part of some resistance, which kind of fits him to a T, especially considering you stayed and made that choice. So I felt it was pretty good. But obviously we'll talk some more about that, because you might be joining again, E. Who knows? Depends on what the party does. But how are you liking this session so far, Sour?
It's fine. It's just that I don't know what to talk about. I'm just sitting here like, yes, I'm here.
I mean, that's up to your character, obviously. I mean, stuff happens, and this is out of your wheelhouse for your character, so it makes sense.
Yeah, she's not comfortable because, like, she's a unicorn that was pulled from the forest. She's not good with politics or war because that's not something she stuck her face in before. So it's like she doesn't know what the fuck anybody's talking about or doing. So she's just sitting there like, I'll just talk when I'm needed.
Mm-hmm. And that's sometimes how it goes. I mean, that's the great thing about D&D is you can have the quiet characters, but when they speak, it's very powerful. You know what I mean? Or it's something they're passionate about. And one thing, at least personally, that I try to strive for in this campaign, and I know we're talking about this in the middle of the game, but whatever, is that everybody gets their own turn to shine. You know what I mean? In some regards. So.
Yeah. And this is her quiet time because she doesn't know what she's doing or what anything is going on.
All right, but I mean, also, I mean, don't forget, this is something we've been building up towards for a bit, so I'm just excited to be
Yeah.
back in D&D, man. I'm so happy.
I'm back.
I'm still semi-sick, but at least I'm not sick enough to to not join. So
That's a plus. Oh, yeah, but yeah, Fen, did you move your mic by the way, or no?
No.
Okay, weird, cause
Well, Mike, so I guess I'm typing a little heavy-handed. Usually I type quieter when I have the mic on.
yeah, well, it's just weird because I've heard everybody's mic, I've heard everybody's keyboard tonight. I don't know if Discord is like being stupid or what.
I have
Probably.
to check Discord, but my problem is my mic is set on a stand on my desk. Good. I have a boom mic stand, but I have no way I can actually attach it to.
Well, what I did, I mean, at least for my setup, is I bought a floor mic stand and have kind of, used it that way. And it definitely helps to get it off that stuff. You know what I mean? And I just have it weighted on the back. I just have it weighted on the back as we hear Cass back with the chips.
chips.
Nom 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 nom.
What chips you got?
I got chips too. No one asked me.
What kind of
It's
chips
good to
you
hear
got?
'em.
I got Cheez-Its.
Actually, I think it was Fen I was hearing. I saw Cask's thing light up when I heard the crinkling. So I was like, oh, he's got chips.
I don't have a bag. I think it was a cat because I have a dish full of Cheez-Its.
The drunkies. I love them.
I wish to stick my hand in that bowl and steal.
Yes. But how was everybody's break? Everybody had a good break and stuff? As we wait for Cass?
That's alright.
I was in bed dying.
I think we
Oh,
all
no.
were for a week, except for Fen and Burnt.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm just
wasn't.
dying because of heat.
That's true. So Fen was
Yeah,
the one that was okay.
Australia's on fire. Michigan's is okay right now.
Yeah, just wait till this ice storm hits us.
They've been saying that for the last 2 weeks. We're getting an ice storm. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
I
well,
can't-
go ahead.
Well, I will say that technically, that it's like there's this news channel that's been throwing that around that there's gonna be a huge snowstorm and it's like almost gonna be Ice Age like, but the thing is that so many other proper news outlets for weather and stuff, there's nothing on their radar that big that they're exaggerating by. They're just saying that to rile up people and get headlines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
it's typical shit ass news stuff that they do where they'll make things 3 times as more dangerous sounding as it truly is. Granted, we're gonna be hit by snow, some clouds, some snowfall, a little bit of sleet, maybe rain if it's a little too warm for snow. But we're not gonna be hit with a massive ice storm, blizzard style.
Yeah. That's why I get all my news from the only news source I can trust. The Onion.
The Onion.
I almost
It's
got
the
to
only
tour their
news source I can
facilities.
trust.
I almost got to tour their facilities.
The Onion?
Yeah, they're in Texas.
Nice.
When I was going to RTX, I signed up to go to what do you call it? Their headquarters. At least I think it was it was some internet thing, and I'm pretty sure it was the Onion. I think it was at least, and I was gonna sign up, but because it was what do you call it? Oh, don't help me. It was a holiday weekend of July 4th. I couldn't go because they were closing down shop, obviously. Which this year, though, I'm going back to RTX. I'm so happy.
Nice.
I want to take you all one of these years,
Huzzah.
but I don't have enough money.
I don't. You would have to fucking get a fucking plane ticket for all of us.
Yeah, Burns would be the most expensive.
Yeah, and there's also
Just
that
wait till
fact-
Sydney and then just buy me a ticket there and then you can fly over.
There's also that fact as well. I don't have a passport, and because of my mental disabilities, I am legally not allowed to fly.
I'm driving sour then, I guess. I don't know.
Just fucking pull up to my house, and it's like, get in, bitch, we're going shopping. BRB, Mom, Virginia's here. Froze myself.
BRB, Mom, I'm gonna be back in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, and Sour, you technically don't need a passport to go to Texas.
I don't.
No, it's
Well, I meant for
in-state.
like flying. For like flying.
Yeah, the flying thing is the big thing. And Kask, I heard you back, yes?
Burp. Merp.
Yes. All right. Fen, you still here? I know you're muted. Fen?
That explains why no one was listening to me.
No, it's because
Yes.
nobody gives a flying peanut butter about you.
Wow.
You know, you kill us all the time in games, so like, why the fuck would we listen to you? Jeez.
All
Man,
right.
I know I used to be Hitler to you guys. Come on.
Okay. And on that note,
Used to be.
we're
What
gonna
the hell
go
are you
with
talking
this.
about?
We're gonna go with anti-secret Hitler here, and we're going to jump back into the game, shall we?
Oh my god.
As
Who isn't Hitler?
I'm gonna say, for the sake of brevity, Vicky is able to learn the teleportation circle back to Whitestone Castle.
Oh shit, that easy? No.
Yeah, you literally have to look at it and study it for a certain period of time, and you have
I
it.
know. It says I have to at least study it for a minute. It says, but at
Yep.
that I had to like I don't know talk with Percival and be like,
No,
all right.
you asked
So
them.
these are the
and
rules about using my circle or some shit like that.
You
You can
seem
always try
to
to hit on him if you want.
you
I mean
you
that
seem
too.
to have some clout with this person, and the fact that you are willing to do this dangerous thing seems to be enough that they're letting you learn this. So you'll
Yeah, but
have
you
to
totally
see
rolled
what
the production.
happens.
Alright.
But
So just for sake of brevity, I essentially can teleport to Whiterun at this point.
no, not Whiterun, Whitestone.
Oh, Whitestone. There we go.
Yes, you can teleport to Whitestone.
Yeah, you
Castle.
can't go to Skyrim.
Whitestone Circle to Percival's Castle, I guess.
Just do Whitestone Castle.
All right, Whitestone Castle.
And you have to have the supplies in order to be able to do that, which you did pick up with the residuum.
Yes, I bought I got a hefty number
Yep.
of it.
So that's good. So you just need to use 50 gold of that every time you cast the spell. All right, but you can do that anywhere, and that's the only place you can go to right now. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, I can. Well, I keep thinking about the one in hell, but I know I cannot go through dimensions, so forget about it.
Right, but if you ever end up in hell, so you'll have to see.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
If you end up in hell, you're fucked.
Well, you guys survived once. You can do it again. Anywho,
Quote,
You
unquote,
all-
survived.
yeah, you guys kind of wait for Vicky to come out, and as you guys are exiting, with all the planning and all the dinner and everything, it is dark. It is pitch black out, and as you look down the winding path of towards the city of Whitestone, you can see that there are a bunch of like street lights coming on and stuff. You can hear some music off in the distance as you guys start walking down. If you guys want to say anything, if not, we can go to the inn.
There's
So-
music in the night?
Yep.
If it's music, Vicky wants, but I'm pretty sure she's with Percival, so it doesn't matter.
No, you all
What
are
kind of
together.
music?
You all are together right now, walking out.
Oh, music. Vicky's just like, what is going on? You hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, we should go check it out.
I mean, maybe for a minute.
Why, don't be such a sour. Come on, let's go.
No, Vicky.
Vicky just like grabs Boomy by the shoulder and just tries to like drag them along.
Can you even reach my shoulder? I'm like 5 foot.
Well, I grab your, I don't know. I grab
You
the,
grab
I
my
grab,
ass.
I grab your,
You grab the
there we go.
ankle.
I grab your ass and I just pull you. Jesus Christ!
Okay.
I grab your coat and I just pull you along.
Grab the
Yeah,
dog.
I love how the we stopped shipping Boomy with Mallow and started shipping it with Vicky.
Oh my God.
That's you that's shipping them. Lol. Anyway.
OTP.
Are any
The
of you
big
guys tagging
squad.
along? Come on!
No, I'm going to bed. Unless you want
Yeah,
to go.
Trent.
Aurora.
At
What?
least check it out for a minute. Come on!
Where are we going exactly?
I'm going to go check out. Well, they're going to go check out music. Do you want to follow, Aurora?
I would like to go to bed personally. It is getting very late, and
Well,
if
me
you
and you
didn't
both.
hear in that room, it is not the night for revelry. It's the night for planning, at least in my
Yep.
opinion.
We have
I
like
would
12 days. We have
prefer-
like 12 days ahead of us. Like, we might as well enjoy the time we are in here before we get in
Well,
a
it's-
ship and get like just seasick. Can you get seasick in the air? I guess at that point we'll be more like air sick.
I mean, in
We'll
my
do your
opinion,
thing.
I would prefer getting a full night's rest, day of planning and doing something I've never really ever stuck my nose in before. I live out in the woods. Do you think I know how this war stuff works.
Well,
I
if
think
wanna-
I'd rather be have a full night's rest and have a clear head for something like this. It seems serious.
We're not leaving tomorrow. We're leaving day after tomorrow.
I know, but still.
Alright, you can go be sour, I guess. If I'm gonna go die at a war, might as well have this my last party. Yuki just moves along.
Catherine calls out, like, as if this will be your last party. You'll throw a party on the ship. We all know that.
Yeah.
Shh, you don't know that.
I do know that.
We
Considering
kinda
I just confirmed
expect
it.
You have no proof.
Let me to yeet
Wait.
you off the side of the ship and see if you fly again.
Oh my god. If I only had my glider.
Okay, one. I'll take Vicky to whatever the music is. Two, stop grabbing my rear end, please.
Whatever, you like it. Let's go.
I
Alright, let's go,
want to pick up Vicky and just put her in my arms and carry her like a bag.
Oh my god.
I do the same with Maddie. I put her in my shoulder and we go back to the inn.
Hello.
Hello.
The dragons follow their respective partners. All right, so you two are going to bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I'm just taking Vicky to see what the music is and maybe stay a little bit.
All right,
and
as you
maybe
go
to
in,
bed.
you see that what appears to be a merry band of what you would assume would be the airshipmen, as they appear to be not dressed in the same way as the townsfolk, who are in very like button up, style clothes, old Victorian era. These guys are more in like more flowing exotic garb. Some are wearing bright, beautiful robes made of purple and gold and everything. You see people playing with flutes, banging on drums, and chanting just in languages you don't understand, and just having a great party. And you see some of the townsfolk are coming in and just enjoying it. You see, a couple are drinking with a couple of friends. A couple of people, it looks like a couple of people are getting to know each other a little bit. You do see some ladies of the evening have come out to see what the potential hubbub is about.
Nice. Maybe you were right about this. I mean, some of these people from the airship, these are going to be crewmates for the next few days. Might as well get to know them.
Vicky just like puts her hand on her mouth and she's like, "Oh my god, this is it's been so boring. Finally, something to break out of the repetition." You just
Give yourself something to forget about just for the night.
I really needed this. This is gonna. I am so down for this. We could just start like prancing her feet on the ground, and she's just.
How you do now? I'm holding you.
She just leaves Boomy behind at that point. She just starts walking in. See what's the first thing she can get at.
Well, Kusaf, we lost Vicky. A shame, isn't it? She was just absorbed into the crowd. We couldn't stop it.
She just disappears in the crowd.
So what are you doing then, Moomy?
I think I'm just gonna maybe find something to drink and just enjoy the night a little bit before going to bed. What about you, Kusnap? You can go to bed if you want, if you're tired.
Goodbye.
I just need to forget about. Okay.
She's already walking away like, I'm done.
I was told I could get to go to bed. Hot dog.
Boomy's just gonna go drink some and mingle with the crew of the airship.
All right, just take off a gold for chatting, drinks, and everything. Are you getting hammered tonight, or are you kind of just chatting up and having a good time?
Vicky wants to see if she can be part of the show.
All right, we'll get to you in a sec, okay, Vicky? I'm going with Boomy.
To the point where she's going to drink and be merry, and if she ends up waking up next to a stranger, it won't be the worst thing in the world.
Oh my god.
She's not gonna try to do that, but
roll me a D100.
she's not the type of woman.
Oh, you fucked up.
Roll
Oh
me
no,
a
I
D-
shouldn't say anything.
Roll me a D100.
Like, she's not gonna actually try to. Just so you know, she's not trying to.
I know. I just want to see something.
One
And I wanted-
D100.
I want it to be your luck. Okay.
71.
Make me a wisdom save at advantage.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wisdom save at advantage. 22.
Okay. Vicky,
Yes.
what are you doing tonight? Obviously, you're trying to join in with the music.
So yeah, she's always just gonna fucking party. But at that point, she's gonna see if she can wedge herself into whatever music is going on, and so she can be her self-spoiled and self-centered self, and just pretty much play along with the music.
Okay. You haven't heard this style of music before. It's more of a rhythm-based music kind of deal, more with the drums and kind of as upbeat and tempoous. And it kind of has an exotic feel that you've never heard before. So I wanted to say, with your dulcimer, give me, unless you're trying to do, are you trying to play music? Are you trying to play with this music? Or are you just trying to dance? What are you trying to do?
She wants to see if she can just inject herself into the music for now.
Okay.
But since you said
inject by dancing, by playing music, by both. What are you saying?
I mean, she has a circus player. All right. So what are we trying to get at? Are they like in a stand, or is it just like in the middle of like the?
They're just
plaza
they're just all over the place. One group over here is playing music. One group over there is playing music. You know, some are taking over some bars in the middle of the night, kind of deal, playing music. It's up to you what you want to do, but you know, I just need to know: are you dancing? Are you dancing with the crowds? Are you playing music? Are you playing music with the crowds? You know,
she wants to perform. So she's gonna go ahead and see if she can find a place she can stand on, either like a table or something, or like a stool or something, because she's freaking tiny.
Okay. I mean,
so
easy enough. You kind of kick over an orange crate, or what would be, you know, what an orange crate looks like. You know, like just a wooden crate. You kind of stand on it, like in the middle.
All right, and Vicky's gonna cast enhance ability on herself to increase her charisma. So that's gonna be a spell slot. Pop.
Kind of see a couple people give you a look as you cast magic, like.
Yeah, my charisma, the one that increases my performance.
Eagle Splendor.
Eagle Splendor, and she's just gonna pull her dulcimer out, and she's gonna play her own thing. One of the songs that she used to play on the Fairies and Flares circus.
All right. Now, I need to ask another DM this question. The same thing with Fen, real quick. Burnt and Fen, and Sour.
Ja.
It says charisma checks, not skill checks.
Okay.
Would you? I know we've been rolling in this campaign that is allowed, like athletics and stuff like that when she's cast it before. However, going over and rereading a lot of this stuff with it, it makes me question: are we doing it right? You know what I mean?
Okay. Can you
I
like?
mean,
Because
if
I
it's
really wasn't
charisma-
paying all that much attention because
If
it's
it wasn't my spot.
Eagle Splendor, the target has advantage on charisma
Oh, we're talking
checks.
about that spell.
So
Yeah,
what
enhance
is
ability.
asking is
It depends on the check that you're asking her to do. What are you
Yeah, if
doing?
it's
Well, it's a
Charisma, then
skill check for performance is what
Yeah.
he's trying to do.
Okay.
Performance
so you-
is a charisma part of the charisma skill.
It is a
Okay.
skill,
But
but charisma checks, for me, I would classify those as saving throws and straight up.
Okay,
straight
so
up
it's just
rolls
it's
for that
still on
stat.
to me.
See,
Okay.
I would classify it
depends.
as a DM. I would classify charisma checks as anything that uses the charisma skill. So deception,
Right, but skill, I mean, but
performance.
with Bardic Inspiration, it's different because it says checks and skill checks. That's why I'm getting into
Yeah,
this.
it's specific.
Okay. So what are we doing here? Are we talking about its bardic inspiration or is it the spell?
Well, that's the thing. It's not Bardic Inspiration because it's a different thing, but it literally lists skill as different. However,
Yeah.
so we'll have to figure this out later. For right now, I'm going to go with my old rule. I just wanted to get a quick consensus, and it's all over the board, so that's not going to help. So fuck it.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't listening because it wasn't my turn to sort of do that. So.
Right, well, fuck
Yeah,
it.
I
will-
was half paying
Sorry.
attention.
Okay.
But
Well-
I will say that because certain spells specify that you can use this for skills or just straight up checks of that type, I feel like you could go either way if you wanted to, being this is your campaign.
Right,
But
and
being
that's
some spells are specific for skills and for this, then I don't know.
right, and that's the thing is this is kind of turning into a I don't want to say broken, but it's turning into a very
Okay, let's put it this
thing,
way.
you know what I
Put it
mean?
simply.
But either way.
Okay.
I'm gonna table this discussion for now. Thank you guys for the
Yep.
input. We'll decide it later. I will say go ahead, roll with advantage, Vicky, for performance. For now, we're gonna go with the old rule that we've been using.
We'll discuss
I
it
mean,
later.
if it makes it any if it makes it any better for you, you can just like lower the DC instead. But either or.
You mean raise the DC?
Yeah.
I mean, whoops! I just go for the worst one.
Yeah, which is a 30 fucking 4.
I
the fuck?
spammed it.
Yeah, she's got expertise.
I got it. You got mastery on that shit.
Oh my
Plu-
god.
Okay, let me put it this way: she's got a charisma +8, and then her skill is doubled because she has expertise in it.
Yes.
Mhm. Jesus Christ, bards.
Yeah,
I mean,
bards are
I
good.
fucking- I specifically made my character to be good at with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and she's very good. So good, in fact, that you start to pull away a large amount of people from the other crew, and you can see that they're kind of looking at like, who the fuck's this person? Like they're kind of like looking at like, what the fuck, you know?
Did you see this fucking kobold and this I think she still has the fucking the 80s. No, this is the 80s. The
Yep.
fucking the 70s pink outfit.
Yep.
Oh, the 70s
Did you
pink.
go and get changed?
No, she still has it. As far as I
She
know, I
was
don't think
wearing it the entire time, even
Yeah.
during the dinner.
Yep.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you're currently dancing on a full stomach? That thing's swaying around. You realize that, right?
I mean, it's just a,
You
she's
guys
a
have had
chi-
time to digest and from
That's
the walk and
hilarious.
everything. Either way, you're able to pull a large crowd, but you see that definitely people are very interested in it. But you can see a lot of the other bards and everything seem to be taken aback that someone has come in and just stolen everybody from them.
Oh god, that's just gonna encourage Vicky even more. So, just because she can, she's gonna go ahead and start casting. What's it called? What was it called? Like cantrips? I think they're called. Yeah, cantrips.
Yeah.
She's gonna start casting cantrips on herself.
What cantrip?
So,
There's multiple
uh,
cantrips. You heard
dancing
yourself.
lights and thaumaturgy to make her music louder and to make her shy.
Oh my god.
Is dancing lights concentration?
Yes.
Mm, is
Then
it?
that will
Dancing lights is concentration.
that will drop your enhance ability.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, well, fuck. Never
So
mind.
it's one or the other.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. It is concentration. Interesting. Oh shit.
Spells like this generally can, if they improve a lot of things, are concentration.
Huh. Well, I'll just do thaumaturgy. I mean, unless I use predestination, just to, like make sparkles. But that's about it.
I mean, you can definitely do that, and as you start doing that, you see a lot of people going, ooh, ah, but you're a one-man band, and while you're overpowering everybody else in this area, you see that the bunch of the crew members start to pack up and go towards the north a little bit. They seem to be looking for other stuff. And after a while, some people seem to start leaving and stuff, but a lot of people are staying around to watch you.
Yeah. As long as she has attention, she'll continue to play,
Mhm.
unless she gets tired. So.
Well, you seem to be gaining attention for about a good hour, and then it starts to disperse. Like, oh, okay, she's just playing to play, and you gain about, I would say, 20 gold during this performance.
All right. Dope.
Just from tips and everything. But it definitely seems that the ship members that were just having a good time, seeing someone come steal the show, might have set them off a little bit.
Does she notice?
They're gone
I
from
don't
this
think-
area. They went to the north, and as you stop
don't think
playing
she
after an hour, you hear music coming from the north again.
I don't think she will care. So,
Okay.
as long as she's getting attention, she'll continue to play.
Yeah, well, you got that for about an hour before people start dispersing. It seems like a lot of people are heading north again.
Yeah, but after an hour ago, I want to say she fucking starts to get tired. So,
Okay.
and then from there she just bounces off and see if she can get something to drink and eat.
Easy enough. Pay a gold. You're good on that.
I mean, I got 19. I got 20, so I have 20 to spare.
You have 19 to spare after paying a gold.
19. I mean, yes, but I mean, at that point, I want to see if she can like buy drinks for people and just bingo with random dudes in there.
Oh, easily. Okay. Are you wanting to make a mistake tonight, or are you wanting to just like you're actually trying to have fun?
Have fun.
Okay, so
Speaking
you are
of
trying.
mistake, I made one.
You are
She's
You're trying to get laid.
She's just winding down. So yes.
Okay. Roll me a general charisma.
General charisma.
Yeah, your spell is gone by now.
Yeah. Nice.
Which do you get the plus? I don't.
Wait. Why do I have plus 2?
I was about to say you should not have a +2 in that skill. I don't think.
Bardic
Unless I have-
inspiration.
unless I have
It's not
Unless
bardic
I have
inspiration.
Unless I have something on my body.
No.
Bardic
you
inspiration would be half the proficiency, which is 2.
No, that's not bardic. That's not bardic inspiration. It's that reliable talent thing, which is the +2.
Proficiency?
No. It's hold on. Bards, they're frustrating.
Ah, they're
Oh, they're
proficient
fun.
in almost everything.
It really fucking is. Hold on. I know what it is, but I want to make sure that Roll20 is calculating it right, because we've had some problems recently with it not calculating stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
basing all of my stats out of D&D Beyond, and that's where I get most of my information to make sure everything is
Right.
right. And my
Hold-
proficiency are +4 bonus, where I can see.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I have a +13.
I'm looking. Hold on. Jack of all trades. Okay. Starting
all
at
trades
second
is-
level, you can add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check you make that you don't already include your proficiency bonus. Which technically she doesn't include it on her charisma bonus. That is
Mhm.
technically true. She includes it on a charisma saving throw, but on a charisma check, she doesn't do that.
Yeah, because it's not a skill check, right?
Right.
Actually, I just looked it up, and according to the rules, technically, as far as 5e concerned, a skill check that uses charisma is a charisma ability check. It just counts that if she has proficiency and stuff in it, really.
Right.
Unless
So
you have
yeah,
extra
she does get the +2. So okay, I just
Yeah.
wanted to double check on that.
Damn.
'Cause-
that's
Yeah, I just
fucking
looked it up.
nasty.
It's OP as shit.
Jack of all trades, man, can really save a fucking bard.
It's
Well,
same.
there you
It's,
go.
it's the same with like the halfling's luck. They can reroll all nat ones in any check. It was
Yeah.
an ability or skill check or
Oh
attack.
my god, a halfling bard. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I already got lucky on Vicky, and that's pretty broken as it is.
Yeah, no
sometimes.
shit. Anywho, all right. Yeah, I mean, you find many people interested tonight. It seems tonight is the night that if people are in town and sailors are abroad, especially even airshipmen, there is fun to be had for one if they are so willing. Are you willing?
Yes.
Do you want
The
to
best
remember
part
it?
about it?
Hold on.
Huh?
Do you want to remember it?
I mean, obviously.
Okay, so you don't get too hammered.
She's not an alcoholic. She really isn't. She just drinks wine down, not to fucking.
Oh wow! Way to brag about your lack of alcohol.
Anywho, all right. So you two party the night away. Boomy, you get a little to the point where you just don't start remembering a lot of stuff. However, you do end up in the morning waking up by yourself in your own bed.
Yeah, I probably didn't take him home. He could probably find me sitting in some guy's lap floating. But I didn't take him home at least.
No, and you see Vicky throughout the night and stuff, and she ends up somewhere else for the night. And Vicky, as you wake up in the morning, you're next to a Goliath.
Oh god!
Damn!
Oh,
Vicky-
Vicky's poor
Damn, she
asshole.
got a catch.
Vicky checks if his legs still work.
You try to check if your
They
ass is
seem
still
just fine.
Alright.
Actually, do me a favor. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, I'm lucky. Screw that.
So,
Your
do you want the
ass.
1
I
or
got
the
fucking
1?
That is
destroyed last
God.
night.
That is God saying, "Oh, really? Not who's overpowered, is it? Fuck you."
Your ass is hamburger.
That's fucking God just giving you the middle finger and saying,
Oh
no,
my
your
fucking
ovaries
god!
are big, bitch."
Ah, I
Okay,
am-
okay, natural
She
1.
ain't gonna walk straight.
Okay, I got something for this. All right, Vicky, your legs are fine. However, as you go to move your tail, you can't move it. You look back, and it's literally stuck straight up in the air. And as you go to try and move it, you literally have no feeling in it or anything like that. It does not want to respond to your action at all.
So,
No one wants to respond to Daddy's actions.
Is it like when you're like? It's like when your arm falls asleep.
Not even. You don't feel anything, but it seems to be just standing straight up behind your back.
The nerve endings in your butt are dead.
The nerve endings in your butt are gone.
Yep.
You might be glad that's why you probably be in like a lot of aching right back there right now.
Can she even wag her tail?
That's an orcish
You.
just sailor who
Hold
just
on.
had fun with another guy.
No, that's
I'm pretty
Goliath.
sure that was pretty happy.
Anywho,
Goliath. Same thing.
Anywho, you go to try and wiggle your tail. You just shake your whole ass. It's not moving with anything. You cannot move it right now.
All right, now she's actually scared.
Hey, at least you had fun.
So she remember having fun?
Yes, you do.
All right,
And
All right, if she.
We will not describe it for our viewers at home because
I mean,
that's just going too
obviously.
far.
Suddenly your jaw starts to ache as well. It's like, oh.
no, and okay. For right now, you can't feel your tail, and it is stuck straight up in the air.
Yeah, you got wicked ass cramps. Luckily, you can't feel them.
Yeah, your nerve endings are fucking dead.
You remember the night. It was a good night. However, in the morning, you're like, why? You don't know why, but it's just like, oh crap, and you do kind of the walk of shame as you head back to the tavern.
She's gonna cast healing word on her tail.
Pet your
You're at
tail,
full
pet
HP.
poor
Nothing
baby.
happens.
Well, I waste my spell slot and just walk shamefully back to the
You
bar.
You get some looks as your tail is standing straight up, as you're kind of like doing. Just to walk, it's kind of like you step a little higher with the feet, just like.
He has to waddle.
She has to waddle a bit.
Kind of. And as you all come down for breakfast, you see Vicky in this situation.
She sits on a chair and she just pretends that she's just bending her tail in that awkward position on purpose.
And that tail is still straight up.
Morning, everyone.
Maddie's just eating. It just. Don't tell me something happened.
I'm eating
Sorry.
a bowl of goop called oatmeal.
Zorn, can I smell it on her?
Come on!
You can smell the smegma.
Can I smell the Goliath out of her?
That is probably
Uh.
the weirdest fucking question I've gotten in this
That's
campaign.
what
Alexidon, you kids
That's
in
Welcome
the
to our
kitchen.
D&D group.
All right,
You're
Kietran,
not child friendly.
go
away.
ahead and roll
Go ahead and spill the Goliath out of her.
a perception with advantage because you're using your nose. I know, keen smell.
Sniff the big man out of her.
Wow!
I
This
just
game!
take one look at the fucking tail straight up.
You can't.
I take a.
She smells like copper and milk.
Anywho, you can't see it right now, but I am literally face palming like a motherfucker right now because oh my god. Anywho, while you don't necessarily smell certain things, what you do smell is a
Shame.
waft of incense, rum, some pineapple,
Damn.
and just the hint of a cherry.
Yes. Thank you.
The cherry got popped.
Jesus.
Anyway.
No, please. I like to go to bed with pleasant dreams tonight.
Wait, you don't want to think of a big booty kobold getting. I won't finish this sentence.
Okay,
Goodbye.
okay,
Oh,
okay. While I'm laughing at this, all right.
I may have,
Demonetized.
but I'm gonna have fever. I'm sick, so I'm gonna have fever dreams of that. Please.
Ketrin just takes one look. It's like, I'm leaving.
What's wrong? He just said nervously. It's just...
I just sit down. I sit down across from Vicky and go, "Your hair's messed up."
Wait, she looks
More
looks
than
up at
just
her.
her hair's messed up.
Hell no,
Jesus
she will
Christ.
make. No, she will like make herself pretty before she leaves the damn other place.
You didn't say you did.
You did.
I mean,
Yeah, it's too late
just
now.
It's just to fast forward.
No.
Yeah.
You look okay. You look a little stiff.
She goes ravaged. And she just leaves.
you can just glare at Ketrin.
Did you find a guy last night?
And I'm like,
Oh.
I mean, I guess. I mean, it was a fun night. I'm surprised nobody else tagged along. We're so sour.
I did.
I mean, I didn't see you stay for that long.
I mean,
Did
I
you have
stayed
fun?
I stayed until like midnight.
Did you have fun?
It's a little bit hazy. I think I remember flirting with some cute guy, but I didn't like go to bed with him or anything.
Oh, I mean, Vicky just like leans into me's ear and just whispers like, "I did find the guy. It was kind of fun." And it just pulls back. And it's just like, you know what? This makes up for it. I am actually ready for war after this.
I bet. Usually they do the canoodling after they come home from work.
I mean, I do it both ways, okay? and after and before.
We should probably try to get some supplies and stuff before and tomorrow morning we're leaving, so.
Yes, I have a couple of yes we don't want to buy, but
Where can't you go? I thought you want to go talk to your brothers or something.
I don't know what happened to them. I know they were gonna set up like a brawl, but it's a little too late at this point. There's a bunch of things we need to get done.
Wanna go see them? I know where they are.
I mean, they might actually be able to help. Maybe. We try talking with them.
Yeah. On the way there, I need to pick some stuff up at some of the shops, so if you want to go, I can take you to where they're at.
Sounds good. You can tag along.
Well, me and
Alright.
Vicky have a plan. Anyone else want to join us?
Well, I mean, Maddie is right next to us. Ketrin just straight up left after
Left.
saying that I got ravaged.
You should just fucking sniffed Vicky and left.
Yeah, we smelled that and it's like, that is not something I want to smell with the taste of my breakfast, so I'm going to leave and head over towards the boxing ring that you were told about, see if that's still going or not.
Ironically, we're going there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really funny that you guys mentioned that you want to go there. Well,
Because Maddie she's just eating her breakfast, just staring at Vicky, very concerned and confused.
Maddie, have you got your armor from that place yet? We should probably go see if that's done.
Oh yeah, I haven't gotten that back yet.
Well, Zorn, we have plans to do stuff, so we just...
Yeah.
Do you want to go through all the stores, or do you just want to fast forward to the gym?
Well, store-wise, okay, so Maddie, you're picking
I
up
gave
your
you
armor.
my shopping list.
Yes,
Yep, I
I'm
know
picking
you-
up my armor, and I also sat and attuned to that necklace.
Okay. You have those properties with you on that. Okay, so you have your armor. All right, that's good. Anything else you want while you're shopping with them?
No, not really. I think I'm good. I have my crystal ball, and I'm broke as fuck.
Okay. Vicky, anything else that you want? Is there anything you want to go shopping for?
I mean, I have like how much is like okay, is it 10 silver 1 gold or 100 silver 1 gold?
It's 10 silver per 1 gold.
Okay, so I mean I know I have like 100. I have like 197. 119. I have like 100. I have like 400 gold, but
That's
I don't
it?
think I need.
Damn.
I mean, I've been spending a lot of my money,
Fair point.
but I cannot think of anything that I can use other than wanting to buy oil. But I do have oil flask in my person.
Okay.
What I don't have is any form of making fire, and that's kind of what I want to figure out if I can make it happen. Like flint and steel.
I mean, do you not have a tinderbox in your kit?
Which kit?
That'd be no.
I mean, I have a mess kit. Does a mess kit come with a tinderbox?
No, it's an actual item in the game that has a tinderbox, but that's literally not that hard to find.
But
You can definitely find one of those. That's just a general
and buy
adventuring thing.
more rations. But it.
Rations are easy enough to for a flint and steel. Hold on. Wow, they don't have that in there. What the hell?
I think. Do I have the price of flint and steel in my list? I bought a bunch of it before.
Here's an easy thing. You can buy an explorer's pack, which will get you your your tinderbox and 10 days worth of rations, plus another 10 torches, a water skin, and 50 hempen rope, plus a mess kit and another bedroll if you want.
Vicky's not gonna want to carry all that. She already has a bedroll and the other shit.
I mean, I'll knock it down to 2 gold if you want to buy those 2 things.
Yeah.
If that's
So,
okay.
how many rations do I want? I have 6 rations on my person.
You get 10 rations for that stuff.
So I will have 16 rations. All right.
And
Oh,
you'll have
I'll go ahead and.
you have your tinderbox.
What's better, the tinderbox or the flint and steel? Doesn't fucking matter.
Tinderbox is flint and steel, basically.
Okay, then I'll just buy those two.
Yeah, I was looking to see what it was called, and I couldn't figure it out until I found it. So, all right. So that's
a tinderbox is in fact not a flint and steel. A tinderbox is something you carry a piece of burning hemp or rope in, so you always have basically something to light a fire with.
Huh. Okay. Well, either way.
Yeah.
Either
You
way.
carry around a lit piece of something with you.
Yeah, she's got that. So, easy enough. Anything else you want, Vicky?
Flint and steel and 10 rations. So that's probably what I bought.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Is that it? Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were saying yes to something else. I don't honestly. I was thinking of see if I can buy something magical, but I honestly don't think I have enough money for that. So I'm just gonna be like, not worth it, I guess. So I have like 400 gold to spare.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I'm really bad at math. I swear to God.
Okay, so I know I gave you my shopping list. So
I am really
to
bad.
hear the price.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, not a problem. All right, so Boomy wants a luggage trunk, a cutlass, 4 daggers, 25 gold worth of lead, a keg of black powder. Shit, what was the second thing there?
Let me just read it off to you because I have the list.
No, hold on. Okay, it's
That's where all my gold went from. I'm sorry.
Oh,
continue
50,
on.
yeah, 50 gold of clockwork stuff. Got that. That's why I was trying to read my handwriting. Modeling clay, and then basically a calligrapher's kit. So
Well,
Boomy,
not modeling clay is the type of clay you make like molds out of, like casting molds.
yeah, I'm sorry, I meant casting clay. Anywho, and what I mean by molding is to make molds, is what I mean.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, this is going to take a while to gather all this material because you're having to go to many different shops and you're dragging everybody with you that way.
I mean, if it would help, I could say, well, this might take a while, so I might take them to the place first and then go off by myself.
That's up to Cask and a Sour at that point.
I asked them if they want to hang out with me while they go shopping, because I had to go to a lot of different stores. I mentioned.
Yeah, for Maddie,
Actually-
she would just be there to pick up her armor and then go
Okay, where are you going?
back to the ship.
Okay, you're going to the ship. All right, Vicky, what about you? Are you staying with?
That's what I wanted to spend my money on. So I spent like 1,000 gold on green glass. That's where all my gold went.
Yep, there.
What I wanted to see if I want to buy potions because I run out of that shit.
Okay.
Like healing potions, but that's
Alright.
about it. So
Okay.
those 3 things. So flint, steel, diamond. You're gonna spend the rest of my gold on potions. That'll be it for me.
Okay, I'll get diamonds.
No, potions.
Okay, I heard
I
diamonds. in there.
flint and steel and 10 rations. That's what I said. Sorry.
Rations. I heard diamonds in there. I was like, what? Okay. So, Boomy. Vicky's gonna go off and do her thing. All right. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
It's a general persuasion check.
Just a general persuasion.
If only I was pretty. Ah!
Well, you're able to find everything. However,
Vicky, come back. I need you on body information.
yeah, sorry. Unfortunately, as you're asking about all this stuff, you're kind of in a rush and you're not being very nice about it. You're kind of like, I need that, need, and just like kind of just.
I'm
being
getting
very-
annoyed. I had to go to like to 20 different stores to find this list of not even 20 items.
Exactly, and you end up spending 450 gold for everything.
Only 450? Oh, wow. That's hardly anything to me. If only it's 430, because I have even 3,000 left.
Yes,
so.
but this is going to take you over most of the day to gather all this stuff, especially considering you're having to lug the trunk around now.
Yeah, I will be know that while I'm carrying everything, I am over encumbered. Definitely.
Very, and the fact that you literally can't carry everything, you're having to use the trunk and literally drag it behind you to carry all this stuff you are buying.
I mean, I could carry the trunk and the backpack. I just be moving slow.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a strong girl, but I can't move. I'm basically like this. Come on, let's go. I'm carrying like all the groceries back out from the car.
Yeah. All right. Gask, what kind of potions are you looking for?
That's what I wanted to ask. I want to see if I can roll. Usually you make me roll if I find anything useful. So
Well,
I thought we are gonna do the same.
There are
But
there are health potions. There are special potions for resistance. You've seen them. There are other magical potions that you could potentially find, but they might be a little more rarer. I need to know, like, kind of what you're looking for here.
Okay, so since I know I'm fighting demons, I'm just gonna assume fire resistance, and I still have the fire resistance that I never used from that first fight from the dragon. Funny enough.
Okay.
So, I want to see if I can buy. I don't know. I want to see if I can find anything that help me fight demons, and I speak with the shopkeeper for that. If they have any knowledge for that kind of shit.
Okay. Fighting demons with potions. I mean,
Not with potions, but that can help me. Like,
right. Well, obviously, the healing potion to keep you up is a good one.
I mean, yes.
As for fighting one, I mean, resistances is always good, and you explained that you do have a fire resistance, so that, that's a pretty good one. Other than that, let me see real quick. I rolled a fucking 99. Are you kidding me?
Nice!
Wow. Okay.
What is this gonna be?
They do have a potion. And they basically just say, if you're going to fight a demon head on and you don't have the strength for it, this potion will grant you that strength.
She tries to. Can you elaborate? How does this work? How do you mean that makes me it makes me stronger?
It is a potion of stone giant strength.
Ooh, how much?
For that item, it is going to be 1,000 gold.
Vicky goes a little pale on that. She starts looking at her bag. Wait. I have this much silver. Why can I not do math in my head right now?
Take a 0 off the silver.
Yeah. Oh, so no, I only have like 200 gold. So I have a total of 400 gold. So you just like ruminate just through her shit. And platinum just counts as 10 gold?
Yep.
For each, yeah.
If you need help with
Because-
math, I'm here to help.
I don't know. I'm usually pretty good at it. I'm just like brain dead, I guess. She pulls a fire potion now, and she's just like twiddles it on the table, and she's like, would you be willing to bargain? I can only really have like 400 gold to spare. What if I put this potion along with the pay to get that one you're trying to offer?
Roll me a persuasion check. I don't know why I'm bothering with this, because you're going to crush it.
Persuasion.
23?
Yeah.
Okay. She's willing to drop the price down to 500 plus the potion.
Mickey just like taps her lips. I only have 400.
Got anything else to trade though?
She's just looking through her bag even deeper.
Trade a kiss.
Oh god. Hey, what if I offer a good time?
Are you literally doing that?
I probably shouldn't, so no. Oh, so bad. She's gonna pull
You're
her
a bard. You can do it. You have the
No.
power.
Her tail is still stiff. That's gonna be her
You're
breaking.
you're able to wiggle a tip at this point. Other than that, nah, not much. Still.
She's gonna pull her greater healing potion. It's just like, how about this? Will we break even with this?
That'll do it. Yeah.
All right. Then I spend 400 gold and I give him a greater healing potion and a fire potion.
Fire resistance. All right, you have a potion of stone giant strength.
A stone giant strength. And I'm gonna delete the other potions that I have.
Yep. I believe that's all your gold though.
At this point, most of it actually. I have a couple of like nickels and dimes.
All right. Are you done then?
At this point, I mean, yeah, I don't have any more money.
All right. So we got Boomy. We got.
Actually, no, I have 19 gold. Well, do I still have 19 gold from
I
last
don't know.
night?
Do you? I mean, you spent only a gold last night, so yes, you still have 19.
Okay, because I said I want to spend gold with people around to see if I can find someone.
Yeah, I mean it's easy
Oh,
enough
sure.
to. I mean, with people sharing drinks and everything, I'm just gonna count it as a gold.
Okay, fair. That sounds good. So I'm just gonna put 19 on me,
Okay.
and I guess that's it for me. I'm gonna let
All
somebody else
right.
take the wheel.
All right, Kiatrin,
Mm-hmm.
you wanted to go visit Rick and Dick, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to go see if that boxing thing was still going today.
Okay. As you and Aurora make your way over to the Swollen Coal, you notice that there definitely seems to be a lot more traffic heading this way. As a lot of big burly men, you actually see a couple of Goliaths, some not ogres, some orcs that are like very muscular and stuff walking to this event. And you get the funny feeling this is the day for the event.
Hmm. Well, I'll head inside and see what's going on and see what the deal is.
As you enter, this place is packed. Like, there is just sweaty man after sweaty man, and even some sweaty women in here too that are all just flexing and putting on a show of just muscular strength and everything, lifting boulders and such. And in the middle, you do see a boxing ring run by Rick, as he seems to be the referee for today. And as you come in, his brother Dick seems to notice you and just goes, "Ah, my friend, you're back. You're back. Yes, yes, I see you're back.
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's a great day for some exercise, and you do seem to be here to have some fun, yes?"
To loosen up a little, yes. I'm heading out tomorrow
Aye.
morning, so I figured I may as well get some practice in.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Now, my question for you is, and at this point, you see him kind of motion for you to come closer.
Okay. Laying down.
Are you here for the real or the fake?
What do you mean, real or fake?
He doesn't say anything.
No bitch mitts, if that's what you're meaning.
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay. Persuasion is not gonna work with Catherine. Let's go. Persuasion, that's perception, that's performance. There we go. This is a fucking 22. Dear
Nice.
God.
As you seem to say that, he looks at you and just goes, "Ah, I see, you're here for some fun. All right, do me a favor then, will you? Will you go stand over by that punching bag right there?" And he's pointing towards the north end by a lone punching bag where some people seem to be gathering, but it seems to be a little low. And he's like, "I'll get you in about 30 minutes or so, all right?"
Okay. He'll like turn to Aurora. He's gonna take 100 gold out and be like, if you want anything, find anything you like, feel free to spend
Am I
that.
allowed to leave?
Yeah, go find the others if you'd like.
Yeah, she's gone.
Okay. Did she take
This
100
is-
gold?
Oh yeah, big time.
Sweet.
All right, and as the morning drags on, you see that people are punching in there. However, Keatron, being a master of punches and other forms of martial arts, you can see that they're putting a lot of force behind it, but that's just it. There's no technique. They're all just bashing each other in the face and just wailing on each other. And while they seem to be able to take a lot of hits, in an actual one-on-one fight, you would smoke these guys in one punch.
I hope it'll. He just starts getting worried. Like, I hope I don't kill anyone.
Yes, but as you're
shit.
standing by that bag, suddenly you hear from behind you, "Psst! Oi, friend,
Yeah, what?
come here."
Oh, well. Ew.
And you look behind you, there's nothing there but the wall.
Is there any like inconsistencies in the wall that might say that it might be an illusion?
And as you say that, you see a hand beckon you through the wall.
Clever. All right, he'll head through.
And as you go in, you see a rough-hewn tunnel standing about 8 feet tall that you realize, wait a minute, something's not right about this building. If there's a tunnel here and the building out there looks that big, they're only using part of this structure. They're hiding something. You're smart
Okay.
enough to know that. But as you look,
Yeah.
you see that the tunnel starts going immediately downwards into the ground.
Does the way this tunnel's been dug out look familiar to me?
Yes, this is done by kobolds.
Never mind, it's not that familiar.
You did go hunt kobolds, so you did see some tunnels dug by them.
I was talking about like the Scorbolton.
No, this is not Scorbolton work.
Yeah, I'm like
This has actually
alright.
got, like, this has been built, but it's been dug out, and it's actually been reinforced, so that's not going to fall. And
Yeah, okay.
as you start heading down, you start hearing just loud thumping of music. You hear just, you just hear, like, shouts and screams and just general laughter as you start to head down towards the bottom of this long, well, not too long, but just this general declining slope as you enter this room.
Oh god, I am gonna kill someone.
And as you enter, you see a massive amount of kobolds, people, and just general mayhems as they all gather around this, what looks like another boxing ring, except the people inside are actually fighting with fists. They're not fighting with those bitch mitts up top. As you see them slugging it out, however, Keatron, the one thing you notice down here, these guys can take a punch. As the kobold looks back to you and just goes, "Welcome to the real Swollen Cove." And that is where we're going to end the session.
No, I should have gone there now.
Oh my god.
This is awesome.
Keatron, don't kill anyone.
I was getting worried that I was actually gonna kill someone by accident, and it would have been really fucking funny for it to happen. Like, BAM! Oh shit,
Come on, kobold's not having a tunnel. What do you take me for?
I mean, I was kind of expecting that there'd be some sort of underground ring. I wasn't expecting it to be this much of an underground ring.
This is pretty great.
Welcome to Fight Club, bitch. We don't talk about Fight Club.
We don't talk about it, or else you get
I
punched.
cannot wait to have a look at this.
I would have liked.
I'm really hoping that you got like the same description. Like these guys can take a hit. I don't have much technique, but boy howdy, it'll be hard to knock those guys down. I'm like, oh great.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to potentially do it today, but role playing took a little bit of time, so we're gonna have to do this next week. But I hope you guys had fun today.
Oh, it was fucking great. Oh man, I was
love
itching for some D&D. This fucking scratched my itch.
Yeah.
That was great.
Fucking natural ones.
Oh my god. Oh
know.
no, Vicky was down for a good time.
You were
got a
definitely
big
down for a
ol'-
good time, and it was very obvious how
You
much
just
of a
got
good time
a big
you
ol'
were.
fuck
God.
you from the dice gods.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man,
but-
I love that. Ketchum's like, all right, I'm out. I don't want to talk about this. Goodbye. It's gonna bother me otherwise.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sour, my friend, and the one who plays the unicorn here, the pure black unicorn. Where can we find you?
I'm not pure black, I'm a dark gray.
I don't see color.
Ah!
Same difference.
You're motherfucking black.
But you can find me at Fur Affinity and ask Nightmare Edgar. Not safe for work. No kitties.
No kitties. No kitties.
I honestly
Not Kappa
like,
friendly.
Was for a moment and be like, why no cats? What?
Speaking of asking why there are no cats here, why is there a fox here? Bert, what can we find you?
I'm hiding from the cats. There's also the fact that I am just awesome, and I'm sitting here with Zorn. Where they can find me, however, is over at Twitch. I sometimes stream, not very often, but I do. At burnsonic./Twitch TV, something like that. I can't remember. I didn't even bother to check. I'm also over on Twitter and for Affinity, but I'm not drawing right now because it's too hot and my motivation just sinks, and I fucking hate it. I'll be picking it back up soon, hopefully.
Very nice, very nice. My friend Cask, the tequila-fueled Mexican, as you like to be so called. Where can we find you?
You can find me in Mexico. And you can find me in Newgrounds. Newgrounds and Twitter under name Cask, and for Affinity under name of Aragon15. All sites are a lot of nasty for work, my artwork, but it's good stuff.
Yes. And speaking of, not safe for work and things like that, are you still trying to hide from Kappa, Fen?
I mean, right now, kind of, yeah. I'm seeing what's going on with it. I haven't been paying attention as much. Is YouTube on fire yet?
I mean, it's always on fire. There's always some drama. You know that.
Yeah, there's always something wrong with YouTube, whether it be the people who are a part of the community or the people who run it.
But not you guys. We like you that watch here. Please, stay. Watch. Please.
Don't leave us.
Love me, I'm
Don't-
so lonely.
Don't leave me to my own machinations. I have bad things planned. Anywho, where you can find me, obviously, is here, Zorn, at the channel Zorn on the YouTube, Zorn32 on Twitter. If you're heading down to RTX this year, hopefully I can see you. It'd be great. Other than that, obviously, we'd like to thank you guys for all the support from last year, and we hope to continue growing and showing that we honestly care for your support this year. I know we have kind of been a little sidetracked with all the holidays and stuff, but hopefully we'll be getting back into it. And I just want to say, for the start of the year, thank you guys so much again, and to thank all my wonderful people here that subscribe, hang out with us, and everything, and just generally make this channel what it is. So thank you guys, and as always, if you like what we do, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and hit that notification bell so you can see when we stream, because we like to do this. I like playing D&D, and I like streaming, and I like video games, apparently. So that's beside the point, and I'm sure my friends can agree. So thank you all for watching,
Yes.
and as always, enjoy the show.
Bye.
Morning.
Bye!